Ooh, got the Aer Lingus A330 as well. Pushing back at the moment. Nice. Bridgetown, Barbados. I know one of Sam's colleagues are currently over in Barbados at the moment.
Let me get some internet on this.
It's mad when you see people abroad this time of year because you forget that the weather can be nice. You're like, what? It's like Noel Phillips just putting pictures up of like the Caribbean. And you're like, oh yeah, the sun. I remember that thing. Folks, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. Is anyone else watching from the Caribbean? That would be nice. Or Bahrain. That's quite a sunny place. Gulf Air Dreamliner just lining up on the runway. Matt sent us a message saying 5-5. Sweet.
Nice.
Cheers, Matt. Here we go. Gulf Air Dreamliner lined up, ready to go. 23 right at Manchester Airport.
Hey, nice one, Colin. Enjoy that, mate. It's really good, actually, the eye tracker. The only thing I did to upgrade mine was I got the tripod mount for it because the mount on mine was giving me a bit of jip.
Huh.
But yeah, the tripod mount for it's really, really good.
Great way to start the show today. Welcome to your Midweek Madness live stream here on Airliners Live. We've got Martin down in the studio.
Hello, everyone.
And myself, Andy, up on the camera. Let's get some names in the chat, shall we? Graham Russell saying, how do I get my red tail back? It's probably because your subscription has lapsed. So just check your Airliners Live membership.
Yeah, just click the dollar symbol, then click join, mate. It looks like it's either ran out or maybe your card details have changed or something like that.
Yep. Hope you're all having a great morning, though, on your Wednesday. Not too cold today, a little bit breezy, but I know it's going to get pretty windy later in the week. Three minutes for A389. Is that a new A380 variant? I assume that's the A380. King of the Skies coming in. What's this coming in?
1 second.
Looks like the Logan Air.
Yeah, Logan Air from Newquay.
Yeah, Breyer E145. No stranger to Manchester Airport, this little regional jet. Probably the smallest of the airliners you'll see here at Manchester, really. Our mate Owen Flemmo says he commonly gets these in his workplace and surprises them how small they are on board. With just a 1-2 configuration, so people sat on the left-hand side of the plane just get the one seat in the row.
There he is, Graham Russell, returning to crew seat membership. Thank you very much, Graham. Although it does look like the membership has restarted, mate, I'm afraid. I don't know how long it's been off for, but it looks like it may have been off for a little while, I'm afraid, mate.
Yeah, I didn't know. Maybe it'll build back up quick or something, but it sounds like it's reset. That's strange. Never seen that before. And a nice heavy departure coming right up as well. I didn't even see this on radar. Only just now noticed the Singapore Airlines A350 heading off to Houston, Texas. Talk about nice warm destinations, eh?
Yeah.
Malky Stoddard, morning. Terry Edwards is in the chat as well. Chester Mike and Matt Smith. Loads of moderators in the chat. Fez is already in the chat as well.
Welcome, guys.
Morning. Yeah, I'm curious about Graham's situation. Maybe it's a different account, Graham.
Yeah, you've not got another YouTube account, have you, Graham, by any chance?
Because I don't think I've ever seen somebody have their thing reset. I don't think that usually happens. I know a lot of people who have left and rejoined months later. Rob saying, I love flying in the Logan ERJs. I really wish I could. You know what? They do look like a lot of fun. Fun being I guess, opinionated word there is when there's a storm. And they really get blown around a lot.
A380 next to land.
Wow. No waiting around on today's show. Welcome in. Almost 1,000 people already tuned in on
Welcome,
YouTube.
everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. Millie, welcome in. 2 months of business class membership, saying keep up the great work, keep up the great work, guys. Glad to be part of it. Thank you very much. And Mixter A350 returning for 15 months of membership, saying looking forward to a great show. Katie Zora on Twitch, Hassan, Helix, Francone, and yeah, Helix. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in today. Hope you're all doing well on the Twitch channel. Ellingus A330 taxiing out as well.
Mike saying back in glorious 4K. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the quality today. Ooh, a bit of wing fluff action. Let's get a recording of this. An awesome arrival. King of the Skies touching down. 2-3 right. Nice floofy wings. Huge, huge wingspan of the King of the Skies there. Catching a lot of that moisture. Alpha 6 Echo Echo X-ray on the registration. And that beautiful morning sky. Looking very colourful. As we do pass through 1,000 viewers here on Airliner's live YouTube stream, Midweek Madness. Singapore Airlines heading off to Houston is lining up on the runway now. That'll be out behind the EasyJet A320 heading off to Barcelona.
Nick Lamb, good morning to you. Welcome in. And Chuck Morris, the hardest man in the YouTube channel. Welcome to you. Singapore A350 out to Houston, lined up on the runway as the A380 taxis past our position here at the RVP. Huge shout out to the runway visitor park for supporting Airliners Live as always. Make sure you come down, guys, come and enjoy the views.
Wonderful. Loving it here today so far. Yeah, the A350 just spooling up now. Might be a little bit photobombed by this. They always take off so quick, the A350s.
Hey, Mr. Pingu, thank you very much, mate. Gifting the first membership of the day on the YouTube stream. And that's gone to Ollie. Thank you very much, Mr. Pingu. That's very kind of you.
Welcome back, Ollie.
It's really gone dark here in Stoke. Guys, if it levers it down today, we're turning the stream on. Just saying. I'm just saying.
As the Emirates A380 just arriving on stand 12. Terminal 1. Morning, Lee. In the Airliners Live sick bay today, hope everyone poorly gets better soon, saying Simon. Oh man, that's not good to hear.
Yeah, hopefully you're all back to normal soon, guys.
That time of year, innit? A lot of people getting colds. I actually had a quite a bad cold on Friday and Saturday. And I was super low energy, super, you know, headachy, body achy. And I was like, man, Sunday's not going to be fun. Luckily, Sunday morning I woke up and I was a lot better. Only to be greeted by freezing cold, very wet, windy Sunday show.
Malky, thank you, mate. Also gifting a membership to the community as well. Thank you very much for that. Putting us to 3 new members on today's stream. David, tuning in from Orlando, Florida. Welcome to you.
Hello.
And Lords Who Travel also returning for 8 months of business class, saying thanks for the ride, guys. Cheers, dude. Thanks very much for supporting the channel for 8 months. And the Ryanair's next to depart, out to Cork. Matt Hyatt, good morning to you. Welcome in. And Joe Crammon, thank you very much for tuning in as well.
That Airliners A330, she's just waiting as well down near the start.
Nice. Does look like some work's being done on the taxiway in front of us as well. On Bravo, it's been having a few people looking at it all morning. It did look like some temporary work was being done on it as well to firm up a little pothole or something. I'm not quite sure exactly, but it did look like they were kind of focusing on one small area. Big shout out to all the crew around the airport. I'm sure there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes that I guess we wouldn't even know, you know, without speaking to one of them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like I said, I was out the other night and I was speaking to a lady who worked for Manchester Airport as a firefighter for like 20 years. She was doing that. And I was just like amazed at how many different tasks they do, you know, when they're not responding to an emergency, which obviously is not very often at Manchester at all. I mean, she said in her 20 years she never really had anything major to deal with. I think she joined not long after they had the remember the Air Tours disaster, the 737 here at Manchester. But other than that, it's been she does a lot of tasks, and it was like enough to fill the day of work.
Yeah. I've just quite slowly, or as slow as I could do, guys, turned the volume up. I did notice we must have knocked that while we're setting up, so sorry if it's been a little bit quiet for you guys for the last couple of minutes or so. And Lisa G working and lurking this morning. Thank you very much, Lisa. Lisa, thanks for tuning in.
Looks like a survey team. Okay.
Yeah.
What a good view that'd be, man. Just working there on the taxiway.
Michael B, good morning to you. Welcome in.
Some really pretty ribbon action there as them huge landing gears, wheels retracting to the undercarriage.
Yeah, sorry, Robin. That was my fault, mate. I didn't notice we'd nudged to the thing there. I can't read that name. Royal Ereka Pen. So welcome on Switch. Thank you very much for tuning in. My brain is not going to read that this morning, I'm afraid. Thanks very much for tuning in.
The butter machine, indeed. Them A330s can be pretty spectacular on arrivals. I know that's my partner's favourite plane is the A330. Had the good fortune of flying on one back when we visited Mallorca a couple of months ago. Very nice flight.
And Mohammed just saying the EasyJet to Sharm el Sheikh has my family on board. Nice one, mate. We'll keep an eye open for that one then.
Yeah, keep us updated in the chat.
Yeah, if it's is that already on the taxi out, or let us know when it's ready to taxi out, and we'll make sure we get a video of that for you. And Samuel, thank you very much, mate. Sending in a $4.99 donation, saying good morning, guys. Hope to see you again next year. Make a third vlog with you guys. We've got 6 Ryanair flights booked for January alone.
Whoa.
Nice one, mate. Yeah, looking forward to the next task fair in February. Hopefully by then we may be celebrating 1 million subscribers.
Yeah. Not going to lie, though, me and Martin love your vlogs because, especially the task fair ones, because it's kind of a rare opportunity to see, like, what the visitors of the fair get to see, you know, how the fair, like, when we're busy and stuff, how the stand looks, and you wandering around, obviously, the other exhibits at the fair and seeing what else is there, and when we're just too busy to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate you making them, and we'll always look out for them in the future. I know Captain Mark is a big fan of your videos as well. He's always talking about them.
Still boarding at the moment. Okie dokie. No worries. We'll keep an eye open for that one then.
Awesome. Yeah, the Turkish Airlines is an A321 Classic.
Nice.
So that's heading back to Istanbul on Turkish flight 1994.
And the aircraft just landed in from Munich is the EasyJet flight in as well.
Got 3 planes on the final approach at the moment. What is this, London Heathrow? Heathrow must have, like, such a long final approach, because that, like, extends all the way across London city centre. Goes for miles. I wonder just how many planes they could have stacked up at once on that approach. I think 3 at Manchester's, like, realistically the how many you'd see, really.
Yeah, just because of the ways in. I mean, in a line anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the way they route them in, they always turn left or right around the moors up there.
Yeah.
And Mohammed, thank you very much, mate, for supporting the channel today, becoming a premium economy member as well. Thank you, mate. Dirk tuning in from the Belgian coast. Welcome to you. And Tom and Anne working and lurking. Deborah also tuning in today. Welcome, guys. And Petros. That's a strong name, that, isn't it?
Petros.
Tuning in from Athens.
Nice.
Imagine being called Petros.
Petros, yeah.
Mate, that's a confident name, that, isn't it?
People in Greece do have a way with cool names.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Athens. I'm really, really into like Greek history, ancient Greek mythology and all that. That and Egypt, I always bang on about, you know, the pyramids and all that. This is an A320neo, Hotel Juliet on the reg.
Malky's saying that when he's working down in Westminster, you can see him turning onto the long finals that far out as well.
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of where you see them, isn't it? Some really big planes coming in on 27s. And not to mention, like, the view you get from the plane when you're on that approach is just out of this world. Why did the A330 wheels tilt backwards and the A330 wheels tilt backwards and the A380 tilt forwards? I'm not 100% sure. The most infamous airliner these days is the 767 because they tilt really far forwards and it makes it quite tricky to land, shall we say. But then again, anyone who flies a 767 regularly would probably disagree because it's just a learning curve, I guess.
Yeah, mate. You know, chat, do you ever like arrive to work and you just know today is not the day to be at work?
Okay.
So after everything we dealt with this morning,
yeah,
they're currently evacuating T2.
Oh.
So now everything's going to grind to a halt.
Yikes. Is that, I assume, maybe like a fire or something?
I'm not sure. Alarm. Something come through in the mod chat.
One of them days.
Yeah.
I like the reg of this. YT. YouTube. YT live on YT.
Kevin, thank you, mate. Returning for 3 months of membership. Saying hi, guys. Great stream as always. Happy to support the channel. Cheers, Kevin. Yeah, it's not the stream we planned for you guys today, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Moonbibs, hello, thanks for tuning in. Sonny, great to see you on Twitch.
Hello. Hope you're well. Logan Air ATR next to touchdown. Yeah, quite a bit of commotion on the taxiway there, but I think they are doing that little bit of work. It just seems like they're vacating whenever an aircraft needs to use that taxiway. Don't forget to hit that like button as well if you're watching on YouTube. That helps us out massively.
I'm not sure, Pilot Dave. I don't know, mate. It's just info coming in to us here whilst we're live. I've not... Unfortunately, with our regulations in the UK, I can't turn the scanner on and have a listen while we're live. So I have absolutely no idea, mate. Yeah, Mike. Definitely done that a few times. Does put a bit of a target on your head, doesn't it? Hey, Greg. Great to see you on Twitch, mate. Long time viewer on Twitch as well. Keith Dunn, thanks for tuning in, man. As the ATR vacates from Aberdeen, the Turkish out to Istanbul's rolling on the runway. In Kingswear 54, tuning in from the Czech Republic.
Hey.
Twitch crew nice and awake this morning. Let's get some waves in the Twitch chat. Say hello, guys, if you're watching on Twitch. See plenty of names in there. We'll have no lurking today on Twitch.
There seems to be a lot of planes pinging up on the ground anyway. Not many on Terminal 2. There's just an Air France A220, which looks like it's been pushed back over at the new pier at T2. The newest pier.
GTF trains, Victor, Milk Master Milky,
nice,
Wowsy. A few people awake on the Twitch channel.
Any Q400s come through Manchester? Not anymore, sadly. We do have the occasional one that shows up, maybe like a charter flight, but no scheduled aircrafts of that type, I'm afraid. ATR 72s and 42s, the nearest alternative.
Sounds like something Wookie be approaching. Yeah, I'm not sure, Ollie, how the protocol works on that, mate. With the arriving aircraft due to park on T2. I mean, I guess it depends on the nature of the issue. I mean, it's not even 100% confirmed there's anything going on. Obviously, we're just hearing it from chat, but yeah, I'm not sure what the procedure is there, mate. And Hayden saying, how's the weather in Manchester today? Flying back from Shanghai tomorrow. It's pretty standard day, to be honest, just overcast. A little bit chilly, not much breeze. Not a bad day to arrive back home, I'd say. And world famous foods. Sounds like my type of YouTuber. Tuning in from West Point, New York. Welcome in.
Hello.
And David, a brand new VIP supporting the stream today. Premium economy membership. Cheers, David. Welcome into the VIP club here at Airliners Live. If you want to join the VIP club, guys, hit the dollar symbol, then click join to take advantage of all of our channel emotes. And if you join on business class or above, you also get discount on our merchandise as well. And this evening, folks, it's not ready yet, but this evening I will announce a time later on this afternoon. There will be a Black Friday sale on airliners.live.
Hey.
And it's going to be for all in-stock items.
All
apart from a couple of like the calendars, for example, because we've only got like 5 or 6 of them left. So
yeah,
I know there's a lot of people who've put their name down for those, so they're out of there. But most like clothing and stuff. The only clothing item we weren't able to put on the Black Friday, guys, is the hoodies, because we just gave you a massive discount on those because of obviously the winter period coming up and stuff like that. I think we put a post out about it a few days ago. So they've just been massively reduced for the winter period. But yeah, most other things are in the Black Friday sale, and you'll be getting 25% off, guys.
Wow.
All in-stock items included in that. So keep your eye open for our social media pages. As I say, it's not live yet, but it will be live this evening.
That's huge. And how long does that last? All weekend?
Till Friday. So the end of the day on Friday, because the only way our website will allow me to do it, I need to turn off pre-orders whilst we do the sale. So you won't be able to back order any items for those 2 days, guys, but you will be able to once the sale finishes on Friday night.
Cool. So that's like everything from trolley coins right up to
T-shirts,
yep. Prints and
anything that's in stock.
Coasters, mugs, awesome. Yeah, definitely. If you want a Airliner's Live gift, if you got anything in mind for Christmas or somebody wants something or yourself, this week is the week to get it. So that starts this evening, you say?
Yeah, I just need to do a bit of configuration, and with the amount of things going wrong at the RVP today, I don't fancy mass editing our store's inventory here at the RVP. I'd rather go home and do it in a bit more of a controlled environment, let's say.
Yeah.
Because if that breaks halfway through, then the shop's in trouble.
Let's get them Wookiees in the chat. Air France A220.
That sound was me spilling tea all over my chin. If anyone wondered what that sounds like, that was it.
See, if you had a beard, you could save that for later. Here we go. Logan Air ATR taking off. It's always like an air show when these things take off. Use very, very little runway relative to the big jets they're competing with here on the airfield, just like this one. King of the Skies, which just landed earlier in this show. And is it full swing, getting the plane turned around?
Aidan, thank you very much for returning for 1 month's membership. Saying nice to see it dry today at Manchester. Was watching a few planes at the airport pub the other day.
Ooh.
And was wet with a lot of spray on the runway. It was, mate. It was very, very wet on the runway. It's been an absolute washout, to be honest, for the last week and a half, maybe a bit more. Yeah, we've had quite a bit of rain here at Manchester today, which I think is the reason why our one of our cameras has gone faulty, and I think it's just literally just been it's had 3 years of Airliner's Live treatment, and it's just gone, you know what, mate, I've had enough.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's calendars left, guys, because there was only a handful added, and now I'm right in thinking if you can order them, then they're still in stock, but if you get to the page and it doesn't let you order, that means it's out of stock.
Yeah.
So, it won't let you anyway, but do check.
Harry Williams, returning for 9 months of membership. That's not good, mates. Currently struggling with the flu, but you boys are keeping me going.
Oh, man.
Hope you're feeling a bit better soon, mate.
Get well soon.
Yeah. Have a bit of a rest up, and I don't really know what to recommend for the flu. I think you just got to ride it out, really, aren't you? Lots of fluids and
time, yeah.
Yeah, just keep your fluids up. And
yeah.
I mean, Nan, again, chat, I'm not a medical expert, but my Nan always says, make sure you drink a lot and take plenty of paracetamol. That's what she says.
Yeah.
So, but again, don't take my advice.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways that people say, because like my dad would always be the kind who's like, I just sweat it out, wear loads of layers. But then I have another friend who goes, no, be really cold, because then the flu can't, you know what I mean? It's like
you got to watch out, like, your body temperature as well, because obviously your temperature goes up anyway.
Yeah.
When you're ill, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think time is, because it's one of them where I always like Google when I've got like the flu.
Oh, do you? You one of them?
Just to see what people say, like, is the quick, how...
Got a runny nose, nah, mate, you got cancer.
Well, yeah, that's the worst.
Says Google.
Yeah, that's the worst. I'm always Googling, like, how to get over the flu quick, And then it's always just, like, time at the end of the day.
Whiskey works well, says Terry. Yeah.
That was the older remedy, wasn't it? Give some to your kids and they'll nod off then.
Yeah.
I don't recommend doing that, guys. No.
TUI Dreamliner pushing back on T2. Okay, good. Raw garlic keeps the colds away. Yeah, Rob, but it also keeps the ladies away as well, mate. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Joe, as well. Had a few people with a cold at the moment.
One of the biggest problems with the UK is just because this time of year, you don't go out much and there's not much sun.
Mate, you better get used to having a cold now. If you've got a little one around 24/7, they're the worst, mate.
That is. I mean,
Bringing it back from school all the time.
I just remember last winter, I was just constantly getting colds. Like, a week would go by, I'd be fine, and then I'd have a cold again. And then I'd get another one a week later.
Yeah, it's because they're all just passing it around, mate.
Yeah. That's it.
Have you got any more lanyards coming? No. So we are getting quite a few people asking for these, but I need to order 150, guys, for them to ship it. And I'll be honest, like I say, we're always pretty honest with you guys. I don't think 150 people want them. Because we originally said we were going to order like 200, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they sold out, so we ordered another 150. Then they sold out, so we ordered another 150. And then they sold out, and we said, right, let's just leave it there because everyone's got to have one now, surely.
Yeah.
And I know over the last week, I've probably had 4 or 5 people ask me for them. But again, because we've got to order 150, guys, I really don't think there's enough of you. Maybe you should start one of them petitions. If you can get 150 people to put their name down.
Oh, my.
Well, you know what? If you can get 80 people to put their name down.
Petitions.gov.uk. Yeah. Parliamentary debate. Should Airliners Live get some more lanyards? I remember yesterday where you were like, I wonder if I got any more. Look in the drawer. There's one there.
Well, yeah, because I felt dead bad because I can't remember her name, sorry, off the top of my head. But there was a lady who sent me an email.
I was going to say, don't say the name.
I suppose I better not say the name.
Yeah, because there
was a lady who emailed me, said, my son really wants a Airliners Live lanyard for Christmas. And I knew we didn't have one. But I said, just let me just look everywhere and just make sure one's not like fell down the back of the shelf or... You know, because we've got like a little merch packing room and stuff. I was like checking all the boxes, all the drawers, and I want one in there. So I had to email her back and say, I'm really sorry, but we've like looked everywhere. We've not got one.
You pulled one out, and it had a name badge at the end that said Andy. You were like, can we sell this one? I was like, that's mine.
He's like, no, that's my one.
That's mine.
So Andy ruined that kid's Christmas, guys.
I know. Honestly,
his email's andy.brownbill@airlinerslive.com. And I've set up a brand new one called Andy Brownbill's a Nasty Pasty.
Well, you can message me.
gmail.com.
You can message me at ebay.com/Andy Brownbill.
Listen, we'll have none of that. I thought things had gone missing from the merch room.
All the trolley coins. I've just got 1 million.
Andy's got a scalp account on eBay, just selling everything for 5x.
Big room full of trolley coins. I dive in it every day. Swim around in it. I am a bit sceptical though, chaps, because I remember when we had the so there's probably like 2 I can think of. The Vancouver Leaf design, and what was the other one that the kids' clothing, both of which had high demand in the chat.
Yeah.
And we released them and they sold none. So it's hard to gauge.
Very, very difficult.
And then with the lanyards, we had a few people asking for them, so we went, you know what, let's do it. And like Martin said, they sold out 3 times.
So strange. Especially the kids' clothing was a really strange one because we were getting hammered for months with emails and people in the chat. Guys, you need to bring out kids' clothing. We need some kids' clothing. So we spent ages ordering some, checking the quality, going, no, that's not quite right. Ordering another one, going, yeah, that one's spot on. Getting hoodies, getting the T-shirts, adding them to the website. And I'm not joking, we sold 2. 2 T-shirts we sold.
Yeah.
And it cost us more to order all the samples, never mind. So it's, it's very, like I say, it's one of them things, but that's just an example of why we struggle to allocate merch and stuff like that, because you just never know. You never know. A lot of people ask for it, and then, like I say, it usually either doesn't happen or it goes absolutely crazy.
I do feel bad though. People asking for lanyards, and it's like, sorry, like there's nothing I can do. Yeah, Uber pilot Dave was one. You know, he's all the way in Dallas, and he was asking me for them when I seen him, and I was like, I don't have any. There is none.
Yeah, maybe in the new year we can do another batch or something.
Yeah,
potentially. That's nice, Colin. I've not heard anything back from our emails, actually, Colin.
Yeah, don't feel like you need to.
Yeah, it's one of those things, mate. It's one of those things.
I can see a 2E Dreamliner on the taxi out. Should be in view soon. That's Iberia Express heading back to Madrid first, though. As Chester Mike put in the chat, Reg is Echo Charlie Lima Uniform Sierra. It's an A320.
And Graham Russell, I've seen your email, mate. There's nothing we can do about that. You need to speak to YouTube. We have absolutely zero control over memberships or renewals or anything like that. It all has to go through YouTube support, mate, I'm afraid.
Yep.
The only thing I can suggest is maybe you've logged in on a different YouTube account, or like I say, maybe your membership expired. I don't know, mate, but you need to speak to YouTube about that. I'm afraid there's nothing we can do to help on that.
Yeah,
because YouTube doesn't even, it's like GDPR, they don't even share a lot of the info with us on that side of things.
Yeah. I suppose we could see our membership list and see how long
we can see if there's another Graham Russell on the membership list, but that's all we can do, mate.
Yeah. YouTube support are really good, though. You know, you can reach out and ask questions like that. Look at them guys over there. That view they've got of the huge 787 Dreamliner on the taxiway there, heading over to the start of 2-3 right. I just got a little recording of that because that's a cool little screen grab.
Any news on when the beanies will be back in stock? Yeah, Spikey, they're coming. I can tell you now, actually, that. I'm waiting for mine as well, mate, because I've put myself one aside off on that from that order as well. 1 second, Des.
Just as this EasyJet comes in next on approach to Manchester Airport. EasyJet flight 2130 coming in from Pisa. It's an A320 Neo again. Uniform Zulu Hotel Lima on the registration. Oh, just greasing the runway there. Wow. What a landing. That's a 10 out of 10 from me.
They're due at the end of the month. Beanies.
Nice.
End of the month. Their shipping date apparently is the 27th, so there you go. Hey Yorkshire Rose, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, super smooth landing from the A320 Neo. The guys up front. The mound quite quiet today here at the RVP. Troopers up there getting pictures and watching the planes up close. Here on 23 right, single runway ops. As 05 left as well, the RVP is the place to be. Such a good view. Unobstructed full runway view. Heading back to Madrid, Barajas. Airport. Really, really nice, big international airport, that is. And a TUI Dreamliner heading off next to Costa Rica. Yeah, it's definitely quiet over at T2 though. I mean, this TUI has come from T2, but there's nothing else pinging over there at the moment. A couple of planes moving at Terminal 1, including a Sun Express and a Air Portugal as well.
Jane, good morning. Great to see you. Hope you're well, Jane.
Ex-Stoke boy in Melbourne. Which Melbourne though, Mark? Is it a TUI Melbourne? TUI definition? Over in Florida? Or there's even a Melbourne in the UK? Near East Midlands Airport. I guess that might be the original Melbourne. Who knows? I've started watching a new YouTube channel as well. Another one I can recommend as well. I'll let you guys know what me and Sam have been watching on our version of Netflix, which is YouTube. Here we go, TUI Dreamliner. Now starting her takeoff roll. Melbourne, Australia. Okay, yes. I'm aware of that one. Wow, you guys see that? Jet jelly on the golden sky behind. Off she goes. Yeah, so when someone says Melbourne, you know, your mind does jump to Australia. But yeah, we do have one, like maybe an hour and a half drive from here. And then we also have TUI that do direct flights to Melbourne, Florida, from Manchester, which a lot of people thought were like some kind of flight radar mistake. No, I would fly to Australia. TUI Dreamliners can't fly that far.
Yeah, so there's only about 30 people, guys, who still need to purchase a lanyard by the looks of it.
I guess that's only the people who are online now, though.
Yeah.
So, maybe.
Still a bit tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll give it till the new year, I think. I don't think there'll be anything here before the new year anyway. But yes, if you are interested in the equipment we use to broadcast these streams, guys, you can follow our Amazon affiliate link in the chat where it's all outlined there. We also include the info on our podcast studio as well. So go and take a look at that.
So this new YouTube channel we've been watching, have you ever heard of Max Fosh?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Mate,
What?
you find these crazy channels.
Yes, I do spend far too long on YouTube. This guy, has anyone in the chat ever heard of him? I'm curious. This guy is, well, he's a stand-up comedian here in the UK. And he's very, very British sounding. He's very he's very London vibes, you know. And he just does all the silly videos. Like, so one we watched last night was, you know, you got people who make statements online, like if there's a footballer who misses a penalty, like, oh, I could have done a better job than that. We get that a lot in our chat, don't we? We get a lot of, oh, I could do a better job than this. Well, someone in a comment said, my nan could cook that meal better than that. You know, like comparing it to like a photo from a restaurant where it looked a bit not great.
Yeah.
So what he did was he went round to her nan's house, borrowed a load of her old leftovers from the freezer that were all frozen, and then made a whole restaurant scenario. Basically, like rented a place for a day. Got loads of like actors to sit down having meals and all that, and then put her in the restaurant and serve her own food and see if she'd like rate it as restaurant quality without telling her that it's her own food. Yeah, so there's that. There's another one where there was a security convention down in London. Obviously, like a lot of security firms and the police were there.
Oh, is that? I might have seen this video.
Yeah, and he sneaks into the security firm.
Yeah, so the guy manages to blag in to a security convention.
That's it, yeah.
By making like a fake pass or something, and you just think that.
And it's like dead easy. It's not even like he's done anything like really smart. He literally just printed out a fake pass and had a fake QR code on there, which somehow worked. Or yeah. And then his most popular one, which I'm sure most people in the chat have heard about, which was the Luton. Gatwick Airport had that sign saying "Welcome to Luton" on the side of it. Yeah, he's the guy who did that as well. So I think he's quite well known, but I'd never heard of that name, Max Fosh, before. But then you search him on YouTube and...
Yes, I've not heard his name, but I recognise that video you're talking about.
Yeah, his videos are good.
Papa Kilo, thank you very much for returning for a month of Airliner's live membership. Business class member saying good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, mate. Cheers for supporting the stream today.
Thank you. YouTube's becoming like a new serious platform to binge, though. Like serious... obviously you got Mr. Beast with his production quality, which is just like... He did a video the other day, Mr. Beast, where he buried himself. Wasn't it for
6 days?
6
7
days?
Or something?
Something insane. Like, I know Vsauce did a video where he spent 3 days in isolation and went, like, insane. Because by the end, he was, like, delirious. He was, like, punching the walls and stuff. But this 7, whatever it was 5 days or 6 days. How the heck? It's just mad. But then obviously Mr. Beast does other videos like the most recent one where he went to Africa and installed a load of 100 wells.
Only Mr. Beast could go to Africa, install a load of wells and get hate for it.
Yeah, how dare you do that? Like literally, like everyone's like dancing and organising big celebrations where the whole town comes because they've got a fresh water supply.
But he's a ratbag, mate.
Yeah, I can't believe
he did that.
Yeah, because he sells some chocolate bars, he's a sellout. That's what.
You know what I mean? It's like, just go and research the guy. If you look at some of the companies he's set up, he's set up a huge charity as well.
Beast Philanthropy.
Yeah, the philanthropy charity that he's set up that is absolutely insane.
That's genius.
Like, just supporting people with loads of food and everything like that.
It's quite genius because
that narrow-minded. Some people who just don't research before they open their mouth.
I know, that's genius because what he does is he makes videos and then the profit from the videos funds the charity.
Yeah.
Like, man, I wish I could do that. But then it's time. Like, how does that guy have the time to do that?
I don't know how he manages his time, mate, because he's got so much going on.
Yeah.
He's just crazy.
Them videos.
Did you watch the podcast of him with
I seen him on Joe Rogan. Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah.
I listened to that when I was driving down to. I think when we were driving actually up to the lakes, me and Jen listened to that.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Mad, isn't he? He just lives for YouTube. Like, it's mad because himself, he's not very like materialistic. He's just like his materialism is the YouTube videos, which it's kind of similar with us, but we're not comparing myself to Mr. Beast, but you kind of got to be like that.
You've got to reinvest a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Terry Edwards returning for 21 months. Cheers, Terry. Thank you, mate.
Oh, thank you, Terry. Austrian Airbus A320. I have considered that, like, it's just time, though. It is like, because I've mentioned a few times on the chat that back in 2020 I had to turn to food banks because money was so tight. And I'd love to give back and do my own kind of, not my own food bank, but, do something for food banks that would be significant.
Yeah.
Or something similar, right? But I know we do our charity fundraisers, that's all really good, but something like a philanthropy project, but time, man. How on earth would you have time to do that? We barely have time to just live stream Manchester Airport and do some videos on the side.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. But then again, we're doing merch and a lot of things. on top of all that as well. We're definitely not quiet people when it comes to what we're doing.
Loopy also, another moderator, returning for 27 months. Absolute legend. Cheers, Loopy.
Cheers, Loops.
And Rachel D saying, still my favourite channel to hang out with, returning for 19 months of membership. Thank you very much, guys. If you are enjoying the stream today and you'd like to help support the channel, it's very much likely that I think one of our cameras is on the blink. It's done, I think. Yeah. So if you can support the channel, we'd really appreciate it. Just hit the dollar symbol then. But gifted membership is the best way to support the channel. Absolutely. Because it also gives back to the community at the same time. And Nacho Pants, another big viewer of the channel, says, I don't even like aeroplanes. I just come here because of how breathtakingly handsome the broadcasters are. Hey. Hey. Wish my missus said that about me.
Cheers, dude. I know you're a big supporter of the channel as well.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Do appreciate it.
I've never asked, do the whole of the Airliners Live team have other jobs? Well, myself and Andy are full-time, very fortunate enough to be full-time on Airliners Live. And all of our moderator team volunteer on Airliners Live, so they're absolutely insane, our moderators.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, guys, we don't have like a 2-show-a-week schedule anymore. Like we're streaming like 4 or 5 times a week most weeks, and they're all turning up and supporting the channel. So it does mean a lot. And
then of course with like Fezzer and Henry and Matt as well, like the support you guys give help fund their broadcasts as well.
Yeah.
And obviously there's costs involved as well, and but them three all have like their own jobs and things they're doing that around. Lufthansa A321 just touching down. Stopping real quick. This channel makes boats jealous.
Simon saying, should we start a new camera fund? Simon, there is enough haters of this channel, mate, for us to... Let's not cause any more drama by putting a GoFundMe out, shall we? Because other people do it, but God forbid if Airliners Live does it, it would just cause too much anger, mate. But thank you very much for the offer.
Yeah. You guys support us enough anyway. We appreciate it.
I love these Lufthansa A321s.
Yes.
In from Frankfurt, 23 years old, that aircraft. It looks great as well. Have a listen in.
She taxis quick as well.
Sounds awesome.
A rather bare-looking TAP Express heading back to Lisbon. Airlines Live are millionaires anyway. I know. Yeah, I need to
tell that to me. Tracksuit bottoms with a hole in it, mate. That I'm wearing today.
Yeah, we're very, very average people.
Yeah,
don't worry.
But we're also 2 very lucky people as well.
Yes,
getting to do this as a job every single day. It's cool. It's we still enjoy it. We still really, really enjoy it. I know a few people have said like, "Oh, is it get a bit boring? You know, now you've been doing it for like a few years." Absolutely not, mate. Like. We had something planned for today that we can't do. We're going to get it sorted for the next time. But we were both like buzzing to get here and get on with it today. And there's always different things going on the channel that sometimes I'll say to Jen, like, oh, I can't wait to get in work in the morning. I want to go and do this, or we've got this to do, or we've got a meeting with this person today. And it's still really, really good fun. And we're always looking for new ways to make the streams better or improve what we can give back to you guys at home in terms of picture quality, audio quality, things like that. But I think where we're at now is, I seem to remember this at work as well. You get about 3 years in to hammering equipment all week, every week, and then it all starts to fail at once. I think that's the kind of area that we're getting to at the moment. I remember that when we used to buy, like, do you remember we used to have all, like, brand new moving headlights and stuff?
Yeah.
And then after a couple of years, one would go, and then another would go, and then another, and then, yeah, it's just about keeping on top of that, I think.
Yep.
Qatar established for 2-3 right, 10 miles. Cheers, matey boy.
Oh, nice. What plane are they flying in today? We did, as we were setting up, see that Qatar 777 that came in from Seattle earlier on. I'm sure, who was it that said, it might have been SPD Travels or someone in the mod chat maybe, saying that they came in to have like a screw fitted or something dead simple. Something really simple. It was just basically, I think it was an STS flying visit, I think.
And Harry says, do you find the winter months tougher to get to work than the summer months due to less movements and variation? Obviously, winter is tough because the weather's not great, so you got to be on top of it with waterproofing. Obviously, Andy's going through a lot in terms of weather and stuff, so obviously I try and take over as well. And you got that side of it, but then we do also look forward to the winter as well, because we can get a lot more dramatic footage in the winter.
Yes.
Obviously, you've got the spray on the water, you've got a lot more vortices and stuff like that coming off the aircraft. In the winter months, the sun's dead low, so you get really nice lighting. We can get great pictures. If it snows, it's going to be good. So the winter is the most fun in terms of like the content we can get, but it's definitely the toughest time to make the content, if that makes sense. And especially like this year, usually it's kind of balanced out by, we've had a really nice summer, we've enjoyed it, now we're going into the winter fine. But I think this year, because it's been such a wet summer, that we don't really feel like we've had much of a break from it. But it's good fun. It's still good fun. Just means you got to put a few extra layers on.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, say, the winter months are like, say, like we've had today, it's just especially tough on the equipment, really.
Yeah, it's a Qatar A350 coming in.
Awesome.
Yeah, the winter light can be super nice. I do miss, it being warm enough to just have like a t-shirt on or whatever, but that's just the main trade-off, really.
Mm.
And also the longer runway 1 hours as well is quite nice.
Yeah, it is. I must admit, I'm one of them people where I love the sun, but I don't mind wrapping up in the winter. I quite like, jumper, big coat.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
I think that's when it just like the last couple of weeks where it's just been hammering it down constantly.
Yeah.
I think that's when it gets to you.
Yes.
But yeah, if you do have any other questions, guys, in the chat, fire them across. If you've got any questions for me and Andy about maybe what it's like doing it full time, or if you've got any questions about the stream or anything like that, get them in the chat, guys.
sailing past the exit there. She'll use the next rapid exit taxiway, I assume. The A350.
Yeah, came down with a touch of a bump, that, didn't it?
Yeah. They felt that in the cabin. But out there with the golden sky behind. Very beautiful. Very pretty plane. We definitely prefer the A350 with the Qatar colours than the likes of the Triple or the Dreamy.
Matt Fletcher, yes, I was I was managing event production business with and Andy was working there as well for a while. Yeah, we were both in the events industry before Airliners Live.
Take care, Simon.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Harry says, do you have friends or family that are not into aviation that are confused about your full-time job?
All of them.
And I don't know why. I don't know if you get this, Andy, but I get really embarrassed when people go, what does Martin do? And then one of the other family members goes, he does YouTube.
Yes, yeah, I do too.
I hate that.
I hate it, yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It makes me cringe.
They just think you play Fortnite in your bedroom all day.
Just gaming all day or something.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm into it. I watch that, you know what I mean?
I normally just underplay it massively as a joke. It's like, yeah, I have a few hundred subscribers. A few 100,000. Yeah, I hate upselling myself as well. Here's the beautiful Qatar Airways A350 1000.
Sounded great, didn't it?
Yeah.
But no, I think for me, I mean, my dad obviously gets it because my dad's involved. He helps us out with the accounts and stuff. So he gets how the business runs and how we're able to do it full time. And my mum and stuff was saying she's dead proud of how we've managed the channel and everything like that and got it full time. But I think it's just hard for people because it's such a new concept, isn't it? Like, I'd say in the last 6 years maybe people have really started to be able to make full time on content creation on different platforms. It's really recent, isn't it? So it's such a new thing that for me it don't feel like I have a legit job. You know what I mean? Even though me and you know, Andy, obviously how much goes into running the business and stuff. Yeah, it's hard. It doesn't feel like you can justify it in any way. Yep. You know what I mean? It's really hard to explain, guys. I don't know what to say, really, but I usually, if people ask me, I usually just say, yeah, I just run a media company. That's what I say. That's kind of like my go-to. Yeah, flying architect. I mean, we might just be able to get by just doing live streams at Manchester Airport, but I don't think Manchester has the extreme top end of it with like somewhere like LAX has, right? Where we could sit here for all day, you know, for multiple days a week and still get the wow factor about it. You know, it gets a bit repetitive. So somewhere like Manchester where we're based, we do need to do a bit extra to become full-time. Like, I don't think we were ever going to be full-time by just doing live streams. No. So I know there's other live streamers that might be aspiring to become full-time, make it a career, a job, what pays their bills. You just got to do a lot more is the thing, and it's so time-consuming. It's so time-consuming because you've got to, you know, find ways to make it consistently and every month. Because if we, like say, like Andy just said, then if we literally, guys, just turned up twice a week and did a live stream, and did nothing else, we would not be able to afford to do this.
Yeah, it would be pretty touch and go whether we could keep that as a job.
We're doing so many things behind the scenes. Obviously, a lot of the moderators know, but there's so much more that goes into Airliners Live than just the live streaming. And I know for you guys, the live streaming is Airliners Live, and that's why we try and make it the best it can be. And we always try and reinvest into the lives and really kind of keep adapting and trying to make it the best. But in terms of the channel, it's just grown so much bigger than that. There's so much more going on and so much more that needs to go on as well to kind of keep us going, and it's really good fun.
Diane saying, I think the YouTuber currently on I'm a Celebrity is not a true representation at all. She's awful. I have no idea who that is, but
I've not looked. I've not watched telly in ages.
Yeah, same. I do. I just say I love these Icelandair winglets.
Yeah, I do.
I know I've never seen that before, but that is really nice. Thing about YouTube is there are just like creators for every type out there. There's every demographic and every style out there. So to select one person, you know, regardless of who that is, whether it was someone who's really nice and genuine like Mr. Beast or someone, or I don't know who you could imagine, it's not going to be a true representation because YouTube is just so, you know, there's just so much on there. So I don't think anyone that you could pick could represent YouTube, but
no,
there are a lot of people who are questionable, and you know, do they deserve it? You know, but then again, you know,
I hear a helicopter somewhere.
Oh yeah, I can just see it over the tower.
Oh, it's HeliMed, I think, isn't it? Yeah,
looks like it. Yeah, one of the EC-135s.
Darren saying, what do the mods do, and do they also get paid? No, so our mods are completely what's the word? Voluntary? Volunteered?
Volunteering.
They are actively volunteering.
I wish we could pay them. That'd be amazing.
I know. The mods, I would say, are just as important on these live streams as me and Andy, because obviously we've kind of built up over the years like a kind of set way we want to represent the channel, and behind the scenes, like the mods will know there's certain things we don't talk about on the stream. There's certain things that we try and avoid talking about on the stream where we can. There's things we discourage, there's things we encourage, and they're kind of keeping on top of all of that because they will be removing messages from this chat, guys, before most of you have even seen them. That's how good they are. Like, it'll be gone, and I'll get a message and just say, oh, watch out for so-and-so, he's been causing issues like all day today. And I'll just say, I didn't even see once. Yeah. Like, they get rid of it that quick that even we don't see it as presenters. Because that's another thing as well, is not only are the mods kind of, I don't know, like keeping everything friendly in the chat for you guys to read and for you guys to interact with, but don't forget, that helps me and Andy a lot as well, because whilst we're trying to talk about all positive things and stuff like that, we don't want to see people in the chat all the time just moaning and causing issues and saying this is rubbish and that's rubbish, because that would affect our mood as well. So the mods are just as important for us as they are for you guys at home. And Loopy as well does a lot of work on all of our bot commands. So he's looking after Nightbot and making sure all the latest commands and all the latest links and stuff are in there. So he's absolutely smashing that. Yeah, what was that?
My phone.
Oh my god, I thought that was like a firework or something.
Mods, can we get the firework timed out, please?
That made me jump, that. And the obviously Chester Mike is going in, putting a lot of information in the stream regarding where things are going, where they're coming from and everything like that. Everyone's kind of doing their own bit, and then obviously Matt is kind of, I'd say Matt's kind of more of a presenter now than one of our mods, because he's now got his own show, and of course he's getting paid for that. He's not volunteering now.
Yeah,
he's doing his own show, which you guys are really enjoying as well. So
Fezzer as well, the same.
And Fezzer, yeah. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Simulate channel, guys. It's been popping off recently as well. Links are in the chat if you love your flight simulation.
Yes.
Head over to Simulate, brand new YouTube channel. Get involved. Cheers, Janet.
This is a sick-looking plane. Very pretty Scandinavian A320 Neo. Echo India, Sierra India Kilo on the ridge. Fireworks at the airport. I
know, I don't know why my brain instantly, it's just that it sounded like one.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
My phone just slapping the roof. Literally. Sun Express 737 MAX 8 next out.
Yeah, Chris, you don't want to be flying with the number keys, mate. Get yourself a joystick if you can.
Using that mouse yoke.
I used to use mouse yoke when I first started.
On the 747 on FSX.
Yep, flying from Liverpool to Manchester with mouse yoke. In a fully fueled 747, I didn't know any better.
Mashing the
VFR as well.
Mashing the flaps button. I'm trying to make, come on, flaps, get in.
Get out. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
How do you learn the different types of aircraft? I'll be honest, Darren, I don't know. I think it's just down to just seeing them so often, mate. And I think a great way to do it is if you have like Flight Radar 24 open and you're watching the stream at the same time, you can kind of pick up different reference points on the aircraft that make it stand out. Like the 7.3's got a lot pointier nose than the A320, for example. I think that it just comes with time, mate. It's like if you watch a lot of football,
yeah,
you know which player's got the ball, even though you can't really see the faces that clearly. It's just the more you watch, I think, the easier it gets.
Yeah. Well, like with cars, isn't it? Like spotting what different models of cars are on the road.
Yeah.
Beautiful winglets on this Icelander Max, heading back to Reykjavik.
Oh, good luck, Jake.
Loving the colour of the sky today over there. Like,
yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Making for some really nice shots.
Me and Jem went for our walk last night, and it was dead pink skies.
Oh, nice. What time are you live to? The EasyJet's gone tech? No! Forgot about that, dude. So they've all boarded now and they've had to disembark, have they? Because the plane's gone tech? Do you know, Mohammed, do you know what the flight number is for that? Or the even the registration of the plane?
And Beastie Lucy fan, thanks very much for the £2 donation. Saying hi, guys. Always great content and interesting chat.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers for supporting the channel.
That's becoming like a regular thing. She's donating the £2 here and there. It does add up a lot. Goes a long way on the channel. Wind is picking up as well. When we got here, there was no wind at all. Now it's actually enough for you to see it on the planes. I know it's going to really pick up tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's officially a storm.
Dean Horner, hello, welcome in from South Africa. Cheers for tuning in today.
Wow, South Africa. I was speaking to one of the chaps at Barton who's from South Africa the other day. I was telling him about Henrico, you know how he's got that the barbecue in his house. I forgot the name already. It's like a one-syllable word to describe a barbecue inside the house. It's weird though, because I know a lot of people, like family and stuff, who have recently gone to South Africa just on holiday. It's like a couple of years ago, I couldn't imagine doing that. But now it just seems like kind of regular, like going to the safari, going like Cape Town. It's a long way. Cheers, Beastie. You never need to give more, though. Just being in the chat
Absolutely.
is all we ask, I guess. And just
Oh no, Mohammed. Saying family's boarded, but the aircraft's gone tech. Currently trying to switch aircraft to gate 11.
Roger.
Yeah, that's an EasyJet flight, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Let us know if you know the reg or the flight number.
British Airways getting off quick.
Wow. I wonder if she's another empty flight, but because that was really, really quick.
Yeah.
We had that on the last week's show where one of the flights went back to Gatwick after an STS maintenance visit.
Creamy Goodness tuning in from Guam. Welcome to you.
The barbecue is called a Scott Bry. A Bry. Bry, that's
room,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Bry, they were saying. That one syllable. Have I missed the A380 coming in? You have indeed. King of the Skies just on stand here. Usually goes out about an hour's time. It's scheduled to go out in about 35 minutes, but if you're new here, then you might not know that is very seldom that actually happens. Yeah, barbecue's called a Bry. That is such a genius idea. Because I love a good barbecue. And, you know, was it this year I bought a brand new barbecue and it was all singing and dancing, really, really fancy. Wasn't really fancy, but it was a good one. And it's not been used for months. Yeah,
this year's been a bit of a washout, hasn't it?
I know.
To go slightly very off topic, standby chat. Apart from that CCTV camera in the office, is there anything else that needs to stay on overnight? We have nothing else, right?
No.
We don't need NAS access, really, do we?
No, I don't need it. It's not ideal to keep turning it off, but...
I guess Starlink as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bry.
Just had an email from the landlord.
I spent 2 years in Guam, a very long way out there. Yeah, it was my brother randomly went to South Africa earlier this year. Flew with Qatar Airways. Obviously complained about the flight length. I'm like, what do you expect? Going all the way to Doha and then all the way down to South Africa. And then obviously back again. He said it was great. And then my auntie went there in a couple of months ago as well. Did like a safari tour and everything. She was only there for a week. She flew in Virgin Atlantic. Obviously a much more convenient flight. I think she just drove down to London Heathrow. There's nowhere that goes direct from Manchester. If I was personally to do it, I'd probably go with BA. Because you could get the shuttle service from Manchester.
When Alan says, Martin and Andy, you guys work together a lot. Do you? Here we go. This is going to be the. This is going to make or break the channel. Do you actually get along? As the banter on stream is instant. Who answers first? That's the question.
Well, did you know? Did you know? It's just fresh in my mind. It just popped up. You know Mythbusters? You know, the two presenters on that?
Yeah.
You know they don't actually like each other?
Yes, I heard that as well. I think that's what actually caused the issue, wasn't it?
Yeah, they don't get along at all.
They really didn't get along. Does anyone else know that in the chat?
I think Jamie Heineman and... What's the other chap called?
So to be completely honest, chat, me and Andy absolutely hate each other.
Yes.
This 3 hours a week is the only time we spend with each other. And apart from that, we're in completely separate rooms.
We're seeing a friendship counsellor, though, to...
Yeah, but you didn't turn up, though, mate, did you?
No, well...
You know what I mean? You left me there for half an hour waiting, and you didn't show up, and your excuse was, I went to Costa. So, there you go, chat. The truth's out.
But in all seriousness,
Mate, I would legit just leave that for as long as possible and see if we can make it stick. No, we get along very well, and I think that's kind of, you need to, really. The amount of stuff going on, and there is quite a lot of stressful stuff going on at times as well.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't like each other, it would show very quickly.
It would.
But no, I think the best thing with me and Andy is when we first said, right, we're going to do this full time, we both kind of had a bit of a chat and just said, look, right, we're going to be in the office. We'd worked together in an office together already anyway in the previous job, but we just said, look, if there's anything I'm doing that you don't like, or if there's anything you doing that I don't like, just say it up front. Say, mate, can you sort this, or can you do that, or can you change this? And it's a difficult conversation to have sometimes, but I think if you don't discuss stuff like that, that's when you have problems, isn't it?
Yep. Flying Architect said, went to Costa and not Tim Hortons. But if I started going to Tim Hortons again, I think Martin would have...
I think that would be one of those times where I pull him to one side.
There'd be an intervention. My family would be sat in a room like, listen, we need to talk. This habit of yours is going too far.
But yeah, no, it's good, and I think it needs to. Like I say, you are working with mates at the end of the day, and a lot of you guys know in the chat as well. I wasn't very well at the beginning of this year, and I was not taking a lot of time off, but I wasn't really like doing the hours that I should have been because I was kind of dealing with a lot of stuff, and not once did Andy like make an issue about it or get in touch or anything like that, which is kind of, that's a big thing for me as well, is obviously because we're mates outside of it. It works well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's just one of them things where, as long as you're just upfront with each other, there wouldn't be an issue anyway. But yeah, you do have to like each other in the first place, I think.
But on the flip side, it can be hard working with mates because it can cause awkward dissonance. You know, you can find like, you know, maybe one of the friends might go a bit too far and take the mick a bit. You just got to be careful because they do say, you know, don't do business, don't get, mates and business mixed up. Yeah. So sometimes you just got to get lucky. I mean,
I think there's just got to be that like common respect between each other. I think in the first place, like regardless of mates, you got to just respect each other. You know what I mean? And like you say, just not take the mick. Really,
it's like good example, Matt Smith. He
takes the mick all the time.
Honestly,
you know, I've asked him 9 times. Where's this? Where's that?
The Sunday show. Then 3 trips to Greg's he made.
I know
during the show.
And not once did he bring me a sausage roll back
or a vanilla slice.
Nothing.
No, but with Matt, he just does. He just gets on with it, doesn't he? He doesn't. You know, there's no woman in RN and
don't mix friends with business. I think I mean, we've had first-hand experience of that, not between me and Andy. I'm not going to go into it, but we have had first-hand experience of that. But I think
negative experience.
Yeah. But I don't know with me and Andy. It's kind of, I think me and Andy were working together before we were friends. I don't know if that makes any difference or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we met at our previous job, guys, for those who don't know. We were working together in a previous job.
And then I suppose with someone like Matt Smith or Fezzer or whatever, they were like putting the graft in before we were like, you know.
Yeah.
Because Matt was like, even before he was a mod, he was a VIP.
Mate,
for a long time.
went through my Twitch channel, and one of the earliest clips I found of Airliners live had Matt Smith's name in the chat. And I was like,
Switch.
wow, Matt's been watching for that long. And obviously John was there before we started. And like you say, I think the people who, apart from one, who was here before we got big, they kind of, that's different because they've not kind of jumped on because the channel's big, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, I don't know how to explain it, but
you do open yourself up to, when you got some level of success, people, you know, try to get what they can from you. It's the same with anything, any walk of life. You know, if you're at your lowest and maybe no one wants to talk to you, but maybe them really good friends are sticking around, then you start doing well for yourself. You start seeing, you know, friends again, or you start, you know, making some money from a job or whatever and doing well. Then some people might come out of the woodwork, and they're the ones who you go, whoa, hang on.
Yeah.
And it's the same. What was your previous job or career path? I think Martin already just mentioned it earlier. Events, basically. Events. Production, yeah. Technical side of events.
It's like all AV, lighting, sound.
Yeah.
Big LED walls, staging.
I've never had like what you'd call like an office job. You know,
no,
like,
me neither.
No, I've always, you know what? Because I've always had like physical jobs where you have to do things, and I've always like in the back of my mind kind of envied people with office jobs. Like, oh, you guys get to sit in a nice warm room.
Mate, I'd be boring with bombs off.
Exactly, but then you kind of, now that you've, not that we have an office job, but you know, to sit in an office, it doesn't sound easy all of a sudden.
No, I don't think I could do it, mate. I really don't. I think for me, especially like getting out, doing things, like we spend a lot of time in the office, but we also spend a lot of time out. We're here at the airport today, and it's quite varied, I think, what we do, isn't it? So,
yeah.
And then, like you say, previously we were like building stages, putting stuff together, quoting clients, meeting clients, getting ideas down, 3D modelling stages, showing it to the clients, doing all like fun stuff. I think like you say, I think if I ever had to, I don't know like what an example of an office job is really, but I just don't think I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, like office cubicle, that's what comes to mind to me.
Yeah.
But these days, a lot of people who do that just work from home or do a bit of flexible work, you know, some days from home. I personally couldn't do that.
No.
And for me, like, one of the reasons why I used to not like doing physical jobs was because I've always had like questionable health, you know, like energy levels been low, and the last year with Airliners Live being a bit flexible and stuff, I've been able to focus on that. And now these days I have too much energy. I couldn't just sit down and be on a desk all day. I kind of struggle to sit down for too long. But some people really suit it, you know, so it swings and roundabouts. Does anyone in the chat have like what you'd call an office job? There are jobs I wish I could have tried, you know, like, I know it sounds really boring, but it would have been nice to try like an IT job or something. Like,
yeah, I think if I was doing a office job, it'd have to be some sort of support role, I think. Where you like,
you're the man.
You're jumping on people's PCs remotely, fixing things, doing things, something like that. I couldn't do like, I don't know, like
accounts or
data entry style jobs.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think I would really struggle with that. But there's a lot of people who are really good at that as well.
Yeah, I remember when I worked in that big firm in Liverpool, and they had like a head office, you know. And my favourite area was like the marketing team, because they were there, like they always had different things open. I always used to laugh because their job was to sit on Facebook all day, and it kind of was like they always have, like, you know, in a regular office job, if you had Facebook open, you'd probably get moaned at for it. But they just sat there and you could tell they were just doing a bit of dawdling. They were kind of just looking at memes and stuff. Whether that was work or not, I don't know. But then you get to like the more central part of the head office, where it's like the big executives and the main financy kind of people, and that's where they're just staring at spreadsheets all day. They're staring at forms on HMRC, and it's like, I know there's a certain kind of person who can do that, and fair play, like hats off to you, but I couldn't. I hate dealing with like, you know, like forms, tax forms, and making sure regulations, and my head doesn't work that way.
Robin says mine was with the MOD, so I'm not allowed to tell you. James Bond in the chat.
Wow. I remember once I met a family friend, a friend of a friend, should we say, who was a warfare officer for the Navy, and he was the guy who like decided whether or not to fire a missile from the ship and stuff. He was like the guy, like, who was just, he could declare war on a nation accent, you know, like that guy. He had the codes for the submarines, you know, whatever's, and he was very humble. But one of the things he did say was even his family's not allowed to know what he's up to, you know, like he's not, being in the Navy and that, he's always sailing around different countries, different territories and stuff. but he's never allowed to tell anyone, not even his family. And if he sends a postcard home, that has an automatic delay because he doesn't have any internet access to social media and stuff. Not allowed to. That'll have like a delay on the post that will mean that if he says I'm in, you know, the Red Sea or something, by the time it reaches home, he's already 4 territories beyond that. But that is something that, you know, he was also came across as quite a wealthy guy as well. Big Rolex on, and you know, you could tell he probably got paid a fair bit for that. Captain Mark, I just seen his message just saying, "Have I been in his joke book?" Because I seen that Neo, the Scandinavian Neo. So it was a sick-looking plane.
We just had a very good email.
Nice.
Puggies.
I know Captain Matt has been Mr. Matt Camp-Smith has been letting us know that there's a Turkish special coming in as well.
Wow, that's cool, Sam. Says I work in a tech department at a wildlife TV production company. So it's 100% office based. Living the dream. How's that office based? Let us know in the chat.
Magic.
That's cool though. So I guess you're just working with camera gear, remote broadcast and stuff like that.
Another thing about being 100% working from home, we were talking about this, about your mum's location, when we you have the opportunity to just move out into the sticks as well and work from home and stuff. Where
that is a bonus because me and Jen, we've said it before, we absolutely love Anglesey.
Right.
And if we could, we'd live in Anglesey when we're older if we weren't so connected to Manchester, you know, with work and Jen's work and stuff like that.
Right.
Obviously family in Manchester and things, but like you say, I think if you're 100% working from home, you can just look into different areas.
Just move out into the middle of nowhere, right? There was a guy who was a neighbour of someone who worked in the shop that I worked in. And he had like a VPN company that he owned, and he was so rich, this guy. He had like 2 Teslas, and he had a house in Florida as well, like a holiday home. And they just go spend months out there and continue to work and stuff.
This T2 thing is having a massive effect on the traffic, isn't it?
It's definitely T2 that's stopped, and it. Like, I've not seen a single Terminal 2 departure for a while.
Yeah, we'll give this a bit longer, guys. If it doesn't pick up, we may wrap a bit early today and give it another go on Sunday, I think, because we've got that's the first plane I've seen in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? Like, because it was funny yesterday. Sorry, not yesterday. Well, yesterday we were talking about the weather because it looked quite nice at Manchester. Like, wow, why can't that happen when we're here? Now today the weather's not too bad, and there's no planes.
I know.
But there is the King of the Skies, which does look quite promising.
Amazing.
That's like 20 minutes away, and to be fair, looking at it now, it's not that far.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that looks a million miles away.
I'm just going to be RB for a moment.
No worries. Matt's saying the Transavia 73 is 5 minutes out. I love that plane, you know. But yeah, it's been a nice show, though, folks, and surprisingly high number of viewers as well. So if you are in the chat, feel free to get chatting. Melissa asking what are them emotes. I like the oof emote, the Martin oof. But I think the spray one could do with a bit of work. I think Martin's admitted that as well. Yeah, something that we'll maybe look into. This looks like the Transavia. It's definitely a 737. Really nice to see the Qatar Airways A350, though. That was... Oof. It's funny how that's kind of introduced itself here at Manchester as the Virgin A350's departed. That's a nice little coincidence. Subsidised one Airbus Super Airliner for another. Yeah, this is the Transavia Retro. Kind of cool. Cheers, Robin. Yeah, I've enjoyed the chat today too. It's actually nice just to talk, you know? And I like it when you guys like have an input as well. You guys kind of shape the conversation. Me and Martin can just talk to it for days about anything really. Things are moving again at T2 according to comms, saying Matt. Nice. It might end up just being a massive rush of planes now. Oh, nice. Loopy say we're almost at 1,000 likes. Cheers, Loops. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's hit 1,000. Really, Nigel? Yeah, I think Emirates Flight 19 comes in quite late in the evening these days, and it's pretty dark by then. I know. I tell you what, I never watched Mac Aviation streams when he's live at night time. That guy's a lunatic. Goes live at like 4 or 5 in the evening, and then stays late into the night. But I think it's things you've got to do really when you've got a job and you've got. Oh, bing bong. Terminal 2 is now open. Everybody start boarding the planes. I think when you are working your job and you've got a family and all that, you've really got to just take what you can and stream whenever you can if you do want to make it into a career or this is your hobby. Yeah, allegedly there was a fire alarm at T2 which has resulted in pretty big disruptions. Passengers being evacuated from the building, it seems. I think he's on again this evening. Is he really? What a lunatic. What a guy. Is that Turkish Airlines special livery? Ooh. Oh, I've seen this one before. That's kind of cool. Something different. Turkish Airlines Euroleague. Me and Martin were going to come down to the airport yesterday and do some filming because that Saudi Retro was finally in on a day that we could film it, and the lighting was nice, and it was coming in at a time that was similar to the A380 and the Qatar and the Kuwait Retro Neo going out. And we had a lot to do as well yesterday, but we said let's drop it all because this Saudi, it had a special sticker on it as well. And guess what, folks? It diverted, I think, to like Munich or something, so it wasn't until a lot later, maybe even the hours of darkness. Nothing's ever straightforward, is it? Yeah, what do you think about this, folks, this special livery? Is it a yay or a nay? Something different. Something different. Mac will be on at 6 p.m, so he starts at 6. Wow. Yeah, go subscribe to Mac Aviation. He's another Manchester-based live aviation channel. And I wish him all the best. I think he's aspiring to make a career out of live streaming here at Manchester. By all means, it's not easy, I wish it was. And it's definitely doable though, but it's not impossible. So he's doing his best. few yays coming in the chat already. It's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. I like the grey. It's cool. Who's up front? Got 3 in the flight deck. Classic engines as well, sounding really nice. Graham Russell saying, looks too fussy for me. It's a bit cluttered, I think would be a word you could describe it with. Has Turkish got issues with the Neos? I'm not sure, Nigel. I've not heard anything like that. But they used to just send, like, almost exclusively the A321 Neos to Manchester, which is cool because they use the Pratt & Whitney 1100G engines. Really, Tony. The thing about Arek, though, he's obviously not a native English speaker, right? And to be fair, you know, I'm not I am a native English speaker, but even my speech is cannot be great sometimes. Always try to present in the best way possible, in a way that even those who don't speak English natively can understand. But maybe the accent doesn't help. Yeah, the wind is really picking up, folks. I don't know how audible that is on the old microphones, but we are getting a fair bit of wind coming in now. I do appreciate you guys tuning in today. And remember, folks, there are a lot of costs involved with live streaming these airport shows, so do feel free to send in a little tip. Even just a couple of pounds goes a long way here on the channel. As Martin said earlier, we are probably going to be looking into repairing one of our cameras. Luckily, we had a backup to resort to, so this is the newer one that we're using now. But they do go through a lot, so a bit of TLC probably required on that front. But all these costs add up, as well as the running costs of the stream, so network and other equipment and batteries, server cost for the bonding and the multi-streaming, of course, etc., etc. You can see there they've got the cargo ramp still attached. I think the main cargo at the rear is closed, but there seems to be one open at the front. You can just about see in front of the wing there.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. The cargo ramp still attached at the rear, which is what they use to load and offload passengers' baggage.
Ryanair just touching down from Valencia. And Tracy, thank you very much, gifting an Airliner's Live membership to the community. Cheers, Tracy.
Oh, thank you.
104th Bullet. Hello, welcome in on Twitch. Do you ever listen to the tower frequency? We're not allowed to in the UK, mate. I'm afraid we're not allowed to broadcast that. But I do listen to it when I'm down here, just taking pictures and stuff, yeah. Welcome into the channel, though.
That reminds me, actually, because that is a pretty archaic law. And, you know, there's police here at the RVP now, and there's been times where, you know, you could stand there with a scanner, listen to the ATC frequencies and stuff, and they won't, they definitely won't challenge you on that.
I've had police ask if they can have a listen. I was at a military base once, and the police come out, I had my scanner out, and I just thought, well, they've seen it now, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he said, oh, is that the pilots? I said, yeah. He said, oh, do you mind turning it up? So, I mean, that may just be that one police officer, but...
Well, going back to that Max Fosh guy, he has another video about breaking laws in front of police officers.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
And one of them is you're not allowed to handle a cow while drunk. Or handle a horse. So he got a cow and he was just walking around London with a cow while he was drunk at like 10 a.m. But he did it at 10 a.m. because also there's another law that says you're not allowed to handle cattle in a town centre after 10 a.m. And it got to 10:02 and police were going past and nothing, nothing was being said. There's a lot of silly laws in the UK though.
Tom and Anne, thank you very much, guys. Just gifted an Airliners Live membership. Thanks very much, guys.
I think, is it defacing the Queen or the King as illegal? So drawing on a banknote.
Oh, right.
On
I know you're not allowed to, like, destroy a coin, are you?
No.
As long as you can't broadcast on the frequency, you're fine these days. Yeah, Tony, that's fine, mate, but can you imagine the backlash if I put ATC on this stream?
There would be a certain bunch of people who would be very quick to
dial a few numbers.
Yeah. Yes. Although, like I said, like there are people who do it. They're fine. I know for a fact that in reality we probably would be fine broadcasting it. There are police here. I reckon if I go over to them and ask them, they probably would be like, I mean, seems all right. It's an old, archaic law.
Certainly is. Brian Clark, thank you very much. From Brian and Linda in Coventry, sending in a £5 donation to the stream. Thank you very much, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for supporting the channel today.
Appreciate it.
Believe it or not, you're not allowed to be drunk in a pub. What?
Well, that's just drunk and disorderly, isn't it? I think that's...
But isn't that the place to get drunk?
What's another one?
We're not far away from 1,000 likes. If you've not hit that like button yet, we'd really appreciate it.
Thank you. I think there's another one which is like, you can't beat a rug outside in the evening or something like that. Just really random. Just really, really random. Another one is you're not allowed to handle a plank of wood on the street unless you're deliberately loading or offloading it to somewhere. So you can't just stroll around with a big plank of wood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, Tony. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's something we really wish we could do, but it's just not worth.
Yeah.
It's just not worth the
you wouldn't
issues, mate.
You wouldn't. It's illegal, but you wouldn't get a police officer coming up and handcuffing you if you broadcast at ATC. But in the UK, we are subject to Ofcom regulations, which do adhere to a lot of So if you broke a law on live TV, it would be Ofcom who would get in touch with you. They're a government body.
Yeah.
And they would have our contact details, and they would approach us to...
Just go, oi!
Oi, you can't be doing that. And, you know, they have issued fines. There's quite a few stories going around where they've issued fines to people because they've promoted a product and not followed Ofcom regulations to disclose that properly, you know, like the fact that they're getting paid to do that.
That's it. Tom and Anne just gifted another Airliners Live membership. Thank you very much, Tom and Anne.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. And Roy, what a legend, sending in a €10 donation.
Wow.
Saying a small donation. We certainly wouldn't call it a small donation, mate. To the Airliners Live piggy bank. Cheers, lads. Thank you, Roy. We'll probably put that towards fixing or replacing this very foggy camera now. It's not having a fun time.
Still doing it, is it?
Well, it's yeah. Look, it's cleared off the front bit, but it's still down the bottom.
It looks like when you go on an airplane and you're going like really high up, and because it's so cold outside, the windows kind of freeze up a bit. Kind of looks like that. G Raw, one of the, I think this is Manchester-based. Phenom 600s coming in from Geneva.
Absolutely nothing. One of our regular visitors here at Manchester.
G Raw.
In from Geneva today. Or is it just a similar... We've definitely seen that quite a few times now, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's brand new from 2023, January.
Wow. Yeah, she might be based here.
It's a Predator.
Nice. Yeah, really pretty plane. Is that another BizJet on final approach as well?
Zenith Aviation, yep. In from Faro, this Learjet 45. And Terry Edwards, thank you very much for the £2 donation. It's a fixed lens.
Yeah. They will be able to service it.
Yeah, it's just how they get inside it, isn't it?
Yeah. It was like with Henry. Remember when Henry had the lens fault on his?
But the thing is, though, it's like, where's the gap in the lens anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because surely if they just clear it, it's going to happen again. Yeah, cheers again, Roy. Thank you for that, mate.
Legend. Yeah, it's getting a lot busier here in Manchester now. Maybe T2 is now finished the whole procedure of responding to that fire alarm.
Hey, John, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in today.
This is a
Hey, listen, don't you be starting on Sony, you guys in the chat. We'll have none of that. This camera's been out twice a week, every week, for 3 years in the rain. And only now is it starting to show signs of its age.
It's been through a lot.
Like, you show me any other camera that's had this amount of bombardment that still works.
Yeah. We've got video evidence of all that.
And John returning for 4 months of business class membership. So enjoying the stream. Thank you, gents. Cheers, John.
Airliner's live ATC in the chat saying ground has gone mental. Yeah, I can imagine.
Everything's shifting now, is it?
Yeah.
Good. I know, Tony just throwing a little fishing rod out there. I jumped straight on the end of his hook, didn't I? Well, I'm having you.
Very nice landing from the Ryanair Max 8200.
It's a bridge, Duncan, so we can't get access. It's moisture inside the glass of the lens, mate. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's so we can't get to it, and we've tried heating it up. We've tried cooling it down. It just won't clear. Can't get rid of it.
To be fair, like they were able to repair Henry's when the lens seized up on that.
Yeah.
All that time.
Hopefully you can just put a new lens mech in it or something. But
yeah,
again, it's at that point, is it worth the money it's going to cost?
Yeah,
that's the thing, mate.
Let's see.
I think a call to Mr. Sony is in order.
What's next? Got a aircraft on final approach. Oh, is that a retro?
It's the Aer Lingus retro, yeah, today.
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Appreciate your support to the channel, mate.
Thanks. All eyes to the skies for this. The Aer Lingus retro scheme.
I think we're going to have a bit of a rush on here, mate, now.
It's going to get busy.
Everything's shifting about.
The wind is really picking up as well. Wow, what is this wind? It's picked up a lot.
You got to watch out putting electronics in bowls of rice because the dust gets all inside.
So what's one said about the camera?
Yeah.
Very good landing from the Aer Lingus Retro A320. What a beautiful plane. Stunning. One of my favourite retro liveries, this. One of them. It's up there.
Yeah, Mel, it does, honestly. Rice dust with an Andy forehead emote.
Surely it'd be better using that. Is it silica gel?
Yeah.
That is designed for.
But again, it's like, where do you put it?
Yeah.
Because it's locked inside the lens.
It's not going to help us, is it?
No. Qatar BizJet on the departure.
Oh,
Didn't that bring in some engineers?
Yeah, I think so. Wow. We'll catch that shortly.
Not a bad way to get to work, is it?
Wow. So strange. So Qatar Airways had a small fault with the airliner and sent engineers on a BizJet to fix it.
That's pretty class, that, isn't it?
Like, wow. I suppose they own the BizJet, so might as well use it. Someone should use it. That's the BizJet there in the shop.
Listen, Mel, no cheekiness in the chat, please.
As someone who used to repair electronics that got wet, I can assure you that leaving them in rice does not do anything. What does it is get it open
and drying it out.
Drying it out, yeah, like the circuit boards individually. But surprisingly, like, a lot of people think that water's terrible. Water usually isn't that bad. It's the residue that is left after. So the worst things, like the worst, are, you know, your sugary drinks and stuff, especially the acidic ones like
Coke,
Coca-Cola, yeah, which we dealt with a lot, didn't we? Because
so Coke especially will actually rot a circuit board, and it will attack like all the solder joints and stuff, and it just destroys it.
Yeah, a lot of the surface mount components used to just rust completely, and it's like the old trick where people say, you know, if you leave like a coin in a glass of Coca-Cola or something like that, it will erode. Similar to that. It's actually the erosion of like the sugar and all that.
So believe it or not, if you spill a glass of like pure water, which you don't really get these days,
like
but if spring water or something like that, if you switch the unit off and completely dry it out, it'll be absolutely fine.
Mad, isn't it?
I think the damage comes with water is when people try turning it on again when it's still wet, and then it short circuits. That's where the damage comes. It's not actually the water that damages it. Although one time I did have a customer come in, and for anyone who's into DJing, I'll tell you the models. For anyone who's not into DJing, they are the top of the line models worth about £10,000 in total.
These Pioneer equipment, was
He had two Pioneer CDJ 2000 Nexus.
Yeah, wow.
And a DJM 900 Nexus.
Yeah.
And two Rocket 8-inch speakers.
Oh, wow.
And he come in, and I cannot believe it, mate. One at a time, he was bringing these into the desk. He's like, mate, can you help me with these? His two speakers had the cones caved in on them.
Oh.
his CDJs had been smashed in on the jog wheels.
Yeah.
The screens were smashed, and the mixer faders were all caved in.
Yeah.
And I said, "How have you done that?" He said, "My missus thought I was cheating on her, and she's took a hammer to all my DJ gear."
Oh, no.
I said, "Oh, mate." I said, "Obviously, I'm not going to comment on that, but she's done a bit of damage there." And I'm not joking, chat. About 3 days later, he phoned me up, and he said, "So, you know all..." I give him a quote. Obviously, it was really expensive because a lot of, like, circuitry and components and motherboards and stuff needed replacing inside.
Yeah.
And it was coming out a lot. He said, "Mate, I've got insurance. Do you think I could say that they fell off my desk?" I said, "Mate, have you seen how much damage is on this? You do not get that from it."
They just landed on a hammer and just smashed them to bits.
It just landed on a hammer and then went back up and then landed on it again. And I said, "No, mate." I said, "We try and help people out here and there." I said, "But you will not. That is not possible."
It's a stretch, like
that's a bit of a stretch. You know what I mean?
They were expensive, them CDJs, like the 2000s.
Oh, God, they were about... How much would they each?
I can't remember.
A couple of grand each?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Mixers were like 3 or 4 grand, weren't they?
Yeah,
brand new.
A lot of money. Spare parts were a lot of money as well.
Duncan Shepherd did... sorry, Duncan, I missed your first message, mate. Let me have a look.
I know a lot of phones these days are waterproof, but you have to be careful though, folks, because over time your phone, like the joints and things and cracks may form over time that you can't really see, and that can actually ruin the waterproofing. So never be too confident with the waterproofing.
Duncan, can you put the name of the company in again, mate? I can't see it in my chat, mate.
It's just a Qatari. Look at that. Looks very pretty. Reminds you of the Emiri flies.
Wow.
That's very, very nice.
Look at the wings.
Yeah.
That's a cool jet, that.
Yeah, it's like the Qatar Emiri flight colours.
Mark says, "Just moved to Nikon, guys." Hey, listen, Mark. You're lucky that's not a brand word in this. I'm joking. No, we're very much committed to Sony here on Airliners Live. We're big advocates for Sony equipment. Yep. And everything we use is Sony. So I think we're gonna repair or replace. I think is the option here for us, mate.
Yeah, luckily we have a spare though, and Matt's got his as well, so it's not...
Yeah, it's not going to stop the shows, it's just stopping us doing what we wanted to do on the streams.
A bit twitchy on the Ryanair there, but lots of control taking her in. Down on 2-3 right. The wind has really picked up, folks. It was... At the start of the show, the windsocks were just completely not moving. Now, as you can see, look at the difference.
Weird, isn't it?
Can you get that clamp thing as well out of the top of the bag?
Yeah.
Just to stop this from wiggling around.
There you go.
Hang on. Just got my hands full.
Yeah, practically geek. Yeah, I've been enjoying it, mate. I got that table tennis game you said to get. And Jen's been buzzing off Beat Saber.
Yeah.
She's been playing that loads.
Beat Saber is a quality game, isn't it?
She's doing it on like hard mode now.
Is she? Wow.
Yeah. She's doing it as well.
It's like proper cardio as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quality game. Stand by, folks. I'm just a little bit preoccupied. Follow the Ryanair. Follow the Ryanair some more.
Beastie says we're getting a new kitten on Saturday.
Oh,
Wow, that's going to be great. Jen showed me a picture when I got up this morning. It came up on our Facebook memories of when we got the boys 3 years ago when they were little kittens. You're going to love that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that sounds great. Hope you enjoy.
Send us a picture.
Love cats. I would have all the cats if I could, but the universe is can be cruel at times. I'm allergic, badly allergic to cats as well. Can't even be in the same room for about more than an hour, I'd say, before it starts getting bad. So one of Dakota's godparents, she's got a cat that needs a new home. A little black cat, and it's painful. I'm like, no, I want it.
Yeah, practically geek, but my room's not big enough, I don't think, for it, mate. Yeah, that's going to be really cool, though. Got a little baby cat.
Yeah.
It's mad to see, like, how small our cats was, and now you look at Harry, and he's a proper chunk.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, welcome in, mate. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello. Apologies for jumping off the camera for a sec there, folks. I was just securing some things with the wind picking up a lot. Got pretty gusty for a moment then. Yeah, Plain Spotted Mike. We have considered doing another Liverpool stream. It's mainly with Liverpool, though. It's nice to have something going on there that is out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
As the regular traffic levels are not.
They're not high enough, really, to do a full show.
Yeah.
But we do love it there, though. The team is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Great airport. I'd love to fly out of there again someday soon as well.
Ryanair vacating from Brussels, and down the end we've got the Virgin Atlantic A330 out to Atlanta.
Nice.
This is the Scandinavians slipping in front of their Neo heading to Oslo. What time will you be live till?
Is the stream still live?
Well, it's transmitting at 12k.
Oh. Mine's just... Oh, there it is.
Wonder if it's the region again.
I'm not sure. Although it just started for me. I'm actually playing the stream up here. I'm watching it.
YouTube isn't receiving enough video.
Interesting.
Why? We're giving it enough video.
Virgin Atlantic A330 now starting her takeoff roll. It is back on now. It seems pretty regular. Just had the little spinny wheel thing for me for a moment then. Maybe some people in the chat had the same. Here we go, off to Atlanta. Virgin A330 300 series. Wow.
That's cool.
Yes, got a recording of that too. Look at them wingtips. Mini ribbons. Woohoo!
If you've enjoyed the stream today, you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by gifting memberships. And you can do that by clicking the dollar symbol, then clicking gifted memberships. It gives someone in the chat a month's free trial of all of the VIP perks here on Airliners Live, and it helps support the channel at the same time as well. We've had 8 new members on today's stream, so thanks to those who've supported the channel today. Hope you've all enjoyed the broadcast so far.
Loving it. It's really picking up now at Manchester Airport as well. Did get a little bit quiet with the issues over at T2, but yeah. King of the Skies probably not far away. Only the front jet bridge still connected, but it looks like all the personnel are getting ready for the King of the Skies to start pushing back. There's them two blokes on the right hand side there from earlier, just doing a bit of checking. A van has arrived on site. Well, changing the tyres, are we? And they will just probably be loading the last few passengers on board now. King of the Sky is running a little bit late so far. You can see all the distortion from the engine in the tail there, the APU cast onto the terminal buildings. That's the heat from the exhaust. There goes the Austrian A320 heading off back home to Vienna. They've only recently started sending them quite consistently. They used to send the Embraers a lot, the E190s.
Hey, Scappy. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Hello. Oh, that's nice, Beastie. Yeah, I think this black cat was called Oreo.
Was it?
Yeah. It's cute. There was, I can't remember if I spoke about it on stream, but so a friend of ours has a Quaker parakeet, a little green bird, and it talks and stuff.
Mm.
And it's so cute. Me and Sam walk out of the house every time like, oh, I wonder how much they are. And because it like sits on your shoulder and it talks and it like purrs when you stroke it. It's
Well,
so
I
cute.
saw a video on YouTube of a guy who had a parakeet,
Yeah.
and it had picked up from a film how to scream, "Let me out, help, let me out." And it was doing that, and the neighbour rang the police, thinking the guy had somebody trapped in the house.
Who's trapped? The police just find
And he
a
said,
parrot.
"Oh, let me just show you who it is," and he just comes out with this bird, and it just screams this, and they're all laughing. Can you imagine that in the middle of the night?
Yeah. That would be wild.
Because I don't think you can have... Can you have like any control of what words it learns? I guess it can only... It just picks up what it is, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have
So it's
no
just
idea.
trying to mimic you, is it, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to know.
That'd just be me swearing all the time at Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Or if it watches the stream, it's not going bing bong, bing bong. Yeah, they are very cute though. I'd love one.
How long do they live?
Long, like, oh my gosh, like longer than dogs or cats. Like, I'm sure. I'm just going to quickly Google
Isn't
it.
this like parrots and stuff that outlive you? If you buy a certain parrot, I think it lives longer than you.
Yeah, let's have a look. Different ages for different ones, but some of them 40 to 60 years they can live.
Wow. Yeah,
What?
Richard, we've got parakeets near us, mate, in Eccles. Big green ones, and they just fly around.
What?
Yeah.
Outside?
Mate, there's tons of them just flying around. Parakeets.
What on
Green
earth?
ones. I don't know what's happened, but there's loads of them around me.
What the heck?
Yeah.
You get them in Lanzarote. Like when you're sat in the cafes on the waterfront, you'll see them in the trees and that. It's so cute. Makes some nice noises.
How come that runway inspection's turned round now?
Where about? Oh, to the right.
What's he seen there?
Just looking at the A380. I think that's going to push back shortly. Maybe wildlife. Maybe a parakeet. Hi.
I'm a VIP, let me out. They're pigeons sprayed green. No, they're not.
They've gone off.
Oh, really, Bevster? Yeah, you got to watch out for that, haven't you? Yeah, that's it, Beastie. Yeah, you got to have someone to take it over. Yeah, that's it, Matt. There isn't there? There's loads of them around me. They're dead hard to take a photo of, though, because I've gone out with my camera a few times, and they're dead elusive.
Right. Yeah.
But then you just... you can just be out, and they'll just, like, 8 or 9 of them will just fly over, squawking at you.
I've never seen a wild parakeet. There was when I was at Barton the other day talking to Sam, there was a heron landed on the airfield.
What? Richard? Is that true?
What's that?
I'm not sure about that. He said apparently they filmed a Tarzan movie in Manchester and they used real birds which were let loose. They survived and thrived.
Wow.
Mate, that sounds like a debate to me.
Well, did you know parakeets?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know if all breeds, but a lot of them are banned in a lot of US states. And I think it's for that reason, is they're quite dangerous to the local...
Oh, because they can just live anywhere.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, Eccles isn't really
they disrupt
paradise, is it?
Well, yeah, well, they live in like tropical conditions, not Eccles. like palm trees and stuff. We go to Morrison's and get some meal deals.
Mate, we're like the plain live streaming version of parakeets in Eccles. Because you got Peter and Josh in LA.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
there's us here surviving in Manchester.
Allegedly, yeah, they can just be dangerous to like the local wildlife, because they kind of disrupt the food chain and all that. You're not really meant to be just like handling them in weird places.
No way. If that's true, Richard, that's crazy. Lots of them in Heaton Park as well, my dad said.
Oh, your dad's lost his membership.
Whoa, what's going on? Graham Langan.
He's not been gifted a membership.
He's managed to dodge a gifted membership for how many months? Give it a week.
Yeah, he'll have
Give
one.
it a week. He'll pick one up. William tuning in from Florida. Hey, welcome. And the Logan Air just departing back out to Inverness.
Yeah, super high up already. Tried to follow it as long as possible. The King of the Skies not moving yet. Maybe I spoke too soon when I said it was looking promising. It's now racking up to almost half an hour late.
Amy said there was a video of one that was doing noises from Battlefield because the guy just kept gaming all the time.
That's sick.
So he's just doing the machine gun noises. Enemy UAV on now.
Me and Sam play a lot of Apex, so I wonder if you just get like, he's cracked!
Yeah.
On me!
Parakeets being transferred, I believe, in the 50s and escaped into the wild.
Oh. So they just live here now?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Mate, next time you're at mine, we'll go out on the hunt. I'll try and find you one.
How have I never seen one? Just
They're bright green as well.
yeah. I said I've seen them in Lanzarote. We were just sat there in a cafe and they were just all over the place.
They've got a really distinct noise as well.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that.
Virgin Atlantic taxiing out. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that, Red Villain. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Cool. You learn something new every day.
Front left side air bridge is still connected on the 380. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't that look like it's almost ready to go? I mean, everything else is set.
It does to me. Yeah.
We've been at this stage and they've been still loading bags and stuff. So Virgin Atlantic, that purple text looking very purple in this lighting. A330-300 series, Diamond Girl on the name.
Really, Jill? Next door neighbour's parrot used to answer the phone in the owner's voice.
Wow.
That was nuts, isn't it? Was that? I was watching that David Attenborough, and he had there was a bird there that mimicked all the sounds of the rainforest it heard.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
did like
that.
chainsaws and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it says a lot.
Crazy.
Yeah, and the camera shutters. And
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
camera
yeah.
shutters. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I've seen that one. It's like quite a dark colour. Yeah, that was cool. It's chainsaws. All the natural sounds of the rainforest, like chainsaws. That just says a lot, that, doesn't it?
It does.
Says a lot about humans.
Sean, returning for half a year of support to the channel. Thank you very much, Sean. Welcome back, mate. Business class member. You guys are awesome. Love the stream and the community. Thanks very much. Oh, nice one, Sen. Yeah, good day to be in Anglesey today, then.
Are they also called budgies? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of different breeds and stuff. Like, I know my nan used to have budgies.
I think my dad's grandma used to have budgies.
Ah.
I don't know why I remember that.
There you go. You want to see me budgies?
Yeah, a couple in the front room, I think. I was really young, I think, then. He'd probably tell me I'm talking rubbish.
Just like how you used to cook all the time. Did you ever settle that with your dad?
I didn't speak to him about that, actually. I need to have
he
a
avoided
word.
the topic.
I need to have a word. Cheers, John. Yeah, just seen that. 13.45 roughly on the 380, according to inside sources.
Well, there you go.
No, budgies are different to parakeet. See what I mean, chat? Come to Airliners Live, you get to enjoy the planes, and we've learned everything we need to know about budgies and parakeets today.
Yes.
So you show me another live aviation channel that brings you this much variation.
You learn something new every day, and today I learned that the camera's broken. and about parakeets, that they live in Eccles. That's like one of their now natural habitats.
Start charging 10 quid to get into. Go and have a look.
Who needs Lanzarote?
I'll be like one of them guided walking tours. Right, this way, folks. I know where they all are. This tree, third on the left.
That green bird there.
There it is. Oh, there it goes.
There you go. I'll be 10 quid, please, mate.
Yeah.
Don't forget my commission, you.
When's your, was it Morton Hilmer style garden trail cam?
Wow, no way. So my dad said, yeah, she used to have them. It used to fly down and eat your mashed potato off your plate.
Oh, no.
And your granddad also had them and bred them, apparently. Wow, didn't know that.
That's cool.
He used to eat your mashed potato.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Yeah, it's all linked.
Exactly. We've said it before. I know there's even been messages on this stream. Well, talk about the planes, please. Listen, even we'd get bored if we were just talking about planes 24/7. That's why I love the way we do the channel. Just having a chat, really, and it's somehow naturally progressed onto parakeets. But that's why it's fun, and every stream's different because you never know where we're going to end up.
Matt saying, has anyone seen the guy walking his ostrich? It's a emu.
What? What reference?
It's a F in the emu. You haven't seen that video?
I think it rings a bell, you know.
He goes, what's her name? He goes, it's a he.
Oh, right.
He's called Walt. Yeah, that's a funny video, though. Parakeets live. Honestly, you could set up a trail cam in your gaff.
Yeah. I've seen quite a few different things at my house. Woodpeckers. They come quite regularly.
Oh, yeah.
There's an owl.
Owl.
There's an owl.
Ow.
I've not seen it yet, but you hear it all the time. Like every couple of nights, it's howling. And it flew over Jen once when she was looking for it, but I'd missed it.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm not quite sure what owl it is, but it's out a lot.
We get a lot of honks by us. Like they fly over and you'll be sat on the loo and all you hear out says, honk, honk, honk.
And we've got hedgehogs as well.
Fast them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or blue things.
I'm going to mute you in a minute.
There goes Diamond Girl, the A330. Is that EasyJet taxiing out? Is that Lima Charlie? Is that the one that was...
Let me check if this is off to... No, this one's out to Istanbul.
Okay.
And the other one's to Marrakesh. The Sharm el-Sheikh isn't out yet, but the... was it Mohammed in the chat?
Yeah, that's
said
the chat.
that it's out at 1:45, I think. So we should see it, mate, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Whose phone was up?
Maybe it was a parakeet. Yeah, King of the Skies. Captain Mark put in the chat that this has got a slot in 5 minutes' time. Of course, slots, they can depart a little bit earlier if that slot comes forwards. We've seen that pretty remarkably on the Atlas 747 when that came in a couple of months ago. I think it was in August or July. And the RVP was going to close when it was estimated to depart. It was like 8:30 or something. And the slot slowly crept forward.
Yeah.
And it departed at pretty much 7:30 in the end. It was running really late. And it was the nicest lighting you could ever ask for. Late summer's evening.
Amy said she's only had 3 hours sleep.
Oh,
Gonna struggle tonight at work. Oh.
best of luck. You can do it, Amy.
Yeah.
I suffered with insomnia for many years, and things I would do is I couldn't do it these days. Like a few hours sleep and then a massive day ahead. But you'll be surprised what your body's capable of, especially when there's caffeine involved. Yeah, I don't get many owls around me. My dad used to take us on evening drives on owl hunts. He used to drive around and try and find them.
I've done that a few times while I've been on holiday in the lakes because I like doing wildlife photography. I think you've seen a bit of my stuff and I put it on Instagram and that.
Yeah.
But I really want to get a picture of an owl in the wild, and I've never seen one. And Jen laughs because I say, "Come on, let's go out. There's got to be an owl around here."
Where's the owl?
That field. There's definitely going to be an owl in there later. And I'm driving out. I've still never seen one in the wild.
You want to see a proper white barn owl somewhere,
or just any of them, really?
Yeah.
I just want to see one. There's that traditional picture, isn't it, on sitting on a fence post, looking at you, something like that, or flying.
Yeah.
But I've just never seen them in the wild.
Around my mum's, you get a lot of bats overnight as well. See the low cloud base there in the background with the top of the moors cut off. The rolling hills. Just peeking into the clouds. EasyJet A320 rolling down 23 right.
Seen Loopy's latest Nightbot edition?
No.
I'll let you have a read of that one.
Okay. Let's have a look at the King of the Skies. Take a look at that front jet bridge, folks. It's still connected.
The EasyJet to Sharm is pushing now. So we'll grab that.
That sounds like something Captain Mark would say, that.
Yeah.
Another reindeer gets it.
I'll tell you what, bird, while we're on the topic of birds, when I went down to my sister's, she lives in Reading. There's so many red kites there.
Ah.
So many. I've never seen it, mate. Everywhere you go, you can see one just flying, circling around. They're absolutely huge as well. Crazy. I've never seen so many birds of prey in one place. It's, if you want to see red kites, there's loads in Reading.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
Paul Marriott returning for a very long time with the channel. 31 months. Crew seat member as well. saying hi, Martin, Andy, mods, and everyone. Love the banter. Thank you very much, Paul. Thanks for the very long-term support of the channel as well.
Legend. I know he wraps the merch all the way in Thailand, is it, Paul?
Yeah.
Still no movement on the King of the Skies. Looking like one of the later ones today.
Good luck, Chris. Hope it goes well, mate. Thanks for tuning in today.
Trying to remember my earliest moments from following the channel, saying Samuel Am. Maybe when you were live in Amsterdam. Andy falling into a ditch.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. What stays in Amsterdam? What happens in Amsterdam? I can't remember falling. There's not many ditches you can fall in Amsterdam. I mean, there's a big one at Polderbarn, but it's full of water, so...
Amy says, I had a red kite on holiday when I was sunburned.
Hey.
That was a good one.
Lots of red kites in Yorkshire.
A lot of red kites in York. Yeah, my dad's saying that. Yeah, they're so nice as well. Really nice birds. Cheers, Diane. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, we are going to be next year having another episode with Mark at some point on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm hyped. Captain Mark is one of them guys who has so many stories that you could have multiple episodes. We have 3 episodes up now of the Aviation Podcast. You can go and check it out on the Airliner's live channel. There's a playlist for it. I think YouTube even has a tab for podcasts these days. You can open up the Aviation Podcast and 3 very, very different guests that has been hosted in the Airliner's live studio. You can actually see the actual studio itself changing throughout the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on the way, Mohammed. Won't be long, mate.
Yeah, might as well catch that.
Yeah, it's got family on board as well, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure if you're talking about the one that I drive past, Sam, on the way to my mum's. There's a big red kite centre, and they feed them there, and as you drive through that bit for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, there's just hundreds of them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice, Matt. I'd love to catch a video clip of this Aer Lingus Retro taking off.
And welcome in, Katie. Hope you're doing well.
Hello. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks, if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, just get involved in the chat. It's nice to see some names talking over on Twitch TV.
Thanks, Chester Mike. Putting all the info in the chat as well.
Quite happy that Twitch now lets you restream, because we definitely never did that before. They let you do that.
No. Absolutely not.
Jet bridge looks like that's retracting.
Nice. A380 will be on the move very shortly.
Yeah. I'm still sceptical about why this is so consistently late, because why would they keep the jet bridge attached for so long? Maybe they just bored it late.
I mean, they probably just take their time with it, don't they?
Yeah. Chocks have been removed as well, almost simultaneously by the folks working underneath the King of the Skies. Yeah, the winds really, really picked up. It was so calm when we arrived. So calm, but now it's pretty gusty.
Yeah, I'm glad it stayed dry though.
Yeah, nice change.
I'll just look to the wing one second.
No problem. There she goes, climbing out of Manchester Airport, the EasyJet A320. Got Mohammed's family on board. Look at that. Like, it kind of looks not very windy. and then it kind of picks up with a gust and we're getting blown over all of a sudden. Definitely is a weird one today. I mean, you can hear it on the mic as well. Allegedly, though, tomorrow it's going to get really windy, and there's going to be winds from the northwest, gusting like 35, 36 knots, which is going to be pretty lethal. So, hey, Matt, if you want to do a show tomorrow, I have plans tomorrow, so I can't stream. But yeah. King of the Skies ready to push back. You can just see the pushback truck there at the very front, just between the wheels. Kind of hard to see. As we go further into the winter months as well, obviously it's going to get colder, and it's going to become more regular that they're going to have to spray this with de-ice fluid before it takes off, and that used to add even more of a delay, because they used to have to wait, or they do have to wait for all the holes and whatnot, all the doors to be closed. So that means you can't be loading passengers on, or you can't be loading cargo while spraying the plane, the anti-ice. I think they seal up a lot of the closable hatches as well, that, you know, smaller hatches that they use. They usually seal up when they're ditching the plane as well. I'm not 100% sure about that one though. Unfortunately busy the rest of the week. No problem, Matt. Yeah, because sometimes here in Manchester it can get so windy on a crosswind and stuff that it appears more like a storm, and then sometimes you'll get an actual storm, like the storm that happened the other week. I forget the name now. I'm sure someone in the chat will know. That was super windy, but it was right down the runway, so it just didn't look windy at all. It probably looked windier today in terms of the aviation arrivals and stuff. And, you know, sometimes you might have a storm where the wind's really offset and it creates a lethal crosswind that planes really can struggle with dealing with. British Airways A320neo. Sounds like my car. Squeaky brakes. You know what it sounds like? A bicycle. You know, and a bicycle with squeaky brakes. We've all had a bike that sounds like that. Sounds like she's still braking. You can hear the brakes being used to control the speed of the plane. I think with the A320neos, they've got a lot of power in the engine, so even at idle thrust like it is now, the speed can increase just idling the plane without control of the brakes. That's why with the A320neos you don't hear a lot of throttle control when they're taxiing. I think a lot of the speed controls just go down to the braking that's used. And folks, what an end to the show we're having here. Look at this. Aer Lingus Retro heading back out. She's going back to her home in Dublin. Need some WD-40, honestly. That was surprisingly squeaky for a Neo, though. Tell you what, that wind is cold, though. King of the Skies pushing. Finally. About 45 minutes late. Please don't oil brakes. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a smart idea, does it? Yeah, Amy, I maybe when I was younger, I could probably have done a shift work job, like, you know, working in a hospital or something. But man, as you get older, how do people manage to stay really active all night?
Jen's dad worked shifts his whole life.
Is he?
Yeah, he
Wow.
worked at Kellogg's.
Wow.
So he's like 4 on, 3 off or something, I think.
Maybe we just you get used to it, I guess, maybe, because I wouldn't be. Like some nights I end up, you know, working. I'm just like editing a video or something, and it's getting late, and it's getting like past midnight. And these days, by then, I'm knackered. I can't focus anymore. I remember back in the day when I was like 20, you know, 19, something like that. I'd be working like 3 a.m. and still be fine, like really in the mood and enjoying it.
I'm watching a live stream of Manchester Airport on TikTok.
All right.
Someone's not stealing this one, are they? And just putting it on. That's
No.
usually the case.
I need to do a few more tests on TikTok because our live streams, when we used to stream on there, used to get huge viewer numbers. Like one of the last ones, I had like, I think it peaked at 9,000 concurrent viewers. Problem is with TikTok, you know, you're using your phone and stuff, and only Southside makes sense, and then Southside, the internet is just appalling, so can't do it. I heard he had lots of cereal for brekkie. Yeah, there is lots of passengers to load on the A380, for sure.
Hey, Mr. Spencer. Hello. How are you? He's touching down from Malaga. And there we got all sorts moving on the airfield now.
Yeah, is that Zenith bizjet?
It is.
Already
Is the
taxiing?
EasyJet to Sharm gone yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't see it. Captain Mark said it was on the push, but
I hope
what does he know?
Who is he to know?
Who told you that? John Savia gonna slip in front of the 380 as well.
Nice catch. It's interesting how the cargo door there's green. Just doesn't match the rest of the pattern. Things you can't unsee. Just ruined it for a lot of people.
Bus Hub 23, it's all linked in our Amazon affiliate link, mate. We'll get the link in the chat for you. Cheers, Beastie. Thanks for supporting the stream earlier on as well. Thank you very much.
Ooh, we got the Aer Lingus Retro now taking off.
Ah, Andreas got you, yeah, so they're probably down at the pub, aren't they?
Limit to the tripod there with how high she was so quick. Real steep climb from the A320 there. A lot going on the ground at the moment. There's that Emirates A380. As we've seen coming in earlier in the show. Stick around, because we're going to catch that departing. The Emirates is someone's ex. Yeah. I see what you did there. Yeah, no longer an A380. It's an ex-A380.
Bus Hub 2023, we've answered your question, both verbally and in text in the chat. Take a breath and have a look, mate.
Transavia 737 down near the start. We've got that Turkish Airlines special as well.
Nice, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Euro League.
Something
special.
different. We haven't seen many of the Neos lately, have we, from Turkish? So mostly the CEOs. Not sure why. Also using the Pratt & Whitney engine, so I know they've had a couple of issues with the 1000 series Pratt & Whitneys, mainly on the A220s. You see the Lufthansa getting blown about there in the background a little bit. Just having a great time. King of the Sky is going to start to taxi soon. Anyone else's audio gone? Anyone else's audio gone? I assume not.
Said no. I've not had anything in critical chat.
Cheers, Minnie. Yeah, we're keeping warm. It is pretty chilly. It's mainly the wind today. Real chill to it. A320 with the sharklets getting blown around on final approach there. It's probably the least responsive of the A320 family in terms of the pilots, but still a really, really good aircraft, of course. Quad jet time. King of the Skies. Oh wow, that bizjet did not wait around. The Zenith. Straight up there.
Yeah, it's heading out to Farnborough.
Oh, nice.
So we're pretty like that.
Yeah. Be the Farnborough Air Show next year, I think. Somewhere I'd really love to attend.
Yeah, I would as well.
I know they've currently got the Dubai Air Show, and that's it's just finished, hasn't it, recently? That's looked really awesome. Maybe if I was ever to visit Dubai, it would be for that. I couldn't imagine traveling there during that would be cheap though. But the Farnborough Air Show, like just seeing things like the 777X and stuff,
yeah,
doing their performance takeoffs and getting to see all the biz jets up close. I know there's one where they'll often have like an A350 or something. I've never seen. I'd love to see the Prophet Hunter E2, one with the owl
shark on it.
Yeah, I think the newer one's got the owl on it.
They changed it, yeah.
Yeah, the shark was the I forget the name of that one, but I think that was an E2 as well. Wish more airlines did that, like a special livery for one of their aircraft.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I love it. I'd love to go. I'm just getting up close with some of the planes. Like, people will put pictures up of the Emirates A380 and the triple with the new scheme on. And you can just really appreciate the detail and stuff when you get to walk next to it and see it up close. So yeah, we're going to endeavour to maybe visit Farnborough Air Show next year.
I wonder what the Wright brothers would say if they saw the King of the Skies. Crazy, isn't it?
I remember there was I think it was New York Times, could be wrong there, saying that no plane will ever be able to get across the Atlantic back in that era. It's literally impossible. Now look at aviation today. Saying the same about electric cars, aren't they, and stuff where, you know, where the Wright brothers were, where you could only travel like in the air for a few minutes. Now it's across the globe. Well, you know, electric cars are going through that sort of early stages of limited range and stuff, right? And makes you wonder where they'll be in many years' time. Very nice looking Eurowings Airbus coming in.
And the EasyJet for Sharm el Sheikh is the one that's pushed.
It's that one visible now, I think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be out as well. We'll stick around for that. Mohammed as well. I know you've been waiting for that one, and they've been unfortunate with an aircraft swap as well, I believe.
That's a long flight as well. So it's going to be a long day for them. I'm sure they'll maybe be within compensation range, maybe. Riyadh is a dream for me to attend. That would be good, Lee. Think about like air shows and that, though. You do get a good dose from some of the other air shows, though. Never leaves me like unsatisfied. You know, going to like went to Cosford this year it was. That was really good. Seeing the F-35 doing the hover, mega stuff. I'm a big fan of seeing the Chinook doing its displays, because that thing can pull some mad manoeuvres, you know, some crazy power in them rotors. Electric cars will never take off. Well, electric planes as well, like I know hydrogen is like a very big deal. I think that's kind of what Airbus are pledging to go down the route of. It's like 2035 they'll have like a whole fleet of hydrogen planes, commercial airliners. Who knows? It's all up in the air. Or not. Not yet. Janet, I didn't know that. Wasn't the Wright brothers' first flight shorter than the A380's wingspan? Wow. That's mental. I can believe that. Family will flash a torch in the window about to start taxi. Nice. We'll get a nice close zoom in then of the plane. Are they on the right hand side or the left? Yeah, crazy how agile the Chinooks are, honestly. Love seeing them coming into Barton Aerodrome as well. Real distinct sound on them as well when they're flying in. The walkers. Full walker. That blade slap sound.
Yeah, you can always tell them a mile off, can't you?
Yeah. There's one in the other day, wasn't there? We heard it before we knew about it. And as that Turkish special departs, we had the EasyJet off to Sharm el Sheikh. Viewers, VIP's family on board. Hope they have a great flight, had a great holiday. I'm sure the weather will be nice over there in Egypt.
Yeah.
EuroLeague is actually basketball. Ah. Yeah, I didn't recognise it as like a football thing.
A380 next to depart. And we'll wrap up today's show on the EasyJet departure. Plenty of wave emotes in the chat, folks, when this departs. VIP family on board. The EasyJet. Hope you've enjoyed today's stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you'd like to support the channel before we finish today, hit the dollar symbol, then click gifted memberships is the best way to do so, or you can send a donation into our Ko-fi page or a super chat on the YouTube channel. Twitch crew, don't forget to check them Twitch primes. If you can support the channel, that'd be great. And thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream.
That was a great sound.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
Felt it in your chest.
I just managed to just sit and watch that one.
Yeah.
Wow, absolutely massive. Those A380s departing.
Yeah.
And Kiss on Twitch, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Wow, we have had a lot of subs expire on Twitch. Holy, since the last stream. Thank you very much, Kiss. Really appreciate it, mate. 55 VIPs on there. It's over 90 on Sunday.
Have there not been any Apaches at Barton this year? No, I don't think
not
so.
yet. But
No.
they have just added. That's public, isn't it?
I assume so.
I think so. They have just added brand new fuel at Barton with a special additive that the new Apaches require.
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, we may see some coming in now that fuel is able to be given to them. But obviously, it's just down to whether the military come in or not. But
Yeah.
it'd be lovely to see it. Barton doing an incredible job behind the scenes, catering for the military movements. You guys getting to enjoy that the other week as well. It was last week, wasn't it, with the
3 Wildcats.
3 Wildcats coming in, which was incredible.
That was great. Yeah. Yeah, they were nice. I think one of my favourites is, I mean, the Ospreys are really cool when they come in. It's tricky to get up close with them and get a stream of them because they do come in armed, you know, the crew.
Yeah,
And,
we're not really allowed to get involved with that.
The good thing about Barton is that they do ask for permission before, you know, we do go ahead and start a stream. And a lot of the crew, they'll be very, very happy to have the cameras on them and stuff. And obviously Barton in general, they do get a lot of plane spotters and stuff as well.
Yeah. On this EasyJet, they're just after the wing on the right-hand side.
Nice.
Where they're sitting, so we may see a wave if we're lucky.
Let's try it.
We'll do our best for you, Mohammed.
Yeah, I'm glad we could catch it. I know it was a lot later than originally expected.
It was, wasn't it?
But it all works out in the end. Now starting the takeoff roll. Off she goes. One of the longest flights out of Manchester Airport for EasyJet. I think it's only really been... It's beaten by the likes of Hurghada.
And a great way to wrap up today. Glad we were able to catch that for you, mate. And feel free to share that around with your friends and relatives and stuff on board that flight.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap us up for today, folks. We've got a few things to fix and a few things to sort out now. And we will be back with you for Sunday's show. No Matt Cam on Friday this week. He did Monday instead this week. I think he's got his car in for fixing. So no show on Friday, guys. Keep your eye on the Simulate channel. Not quite sure on Fez's schedule this week, although he did mention we may be doing a couple of shows a week at some point. Keep your eye open on our socials. We'll be back with you, of course, on Sunday. But thanks to everyone who's supported the stream, sent in donations, become VIPs, liked the stream and got involved in the chat as well. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll catch you all on Sunday. Ta-ra.
See ya.
But they're always the same. Say they'll make you a star if you'll just sign your name. But that man doesn't know that